Sharon and his fans. You know,
Yeah,
he really did.
I think he built himself up and worked through his health stuff to get to that concert where he sounded fantastic.
Warrior Island, a paradise of sun, sea, and second chances, where creators fly in for fame and lawyers fly in for opportunity.
It's me, Corona Believer.
I'm ready for them at this point to say, let's change all the stoplights so red means go and green means stop.
Yeah. That would be great.
And how I am right now is how I am all the time. What you see is what you get. And if you don't like it, sorry.
Tori, say it, Tori. Say it, Tori.
It's not midnight. I can't drop the F-bomb on Lisa's channel.
Listen, this person doesn't need a guardian and therefore shouldn't be given a guardian.
So many victims that want to tell their story.
There's a man named Robbie.
It's the Burmese. Oh, it's just gonna squeeze it and make it come out. Oh, it's the jizz.
Very grateful to come back.
Hello?
Hello?
You gotta have to pay attention because I can't talk too much. I got no teeth in my mouth. I've got no teeth. My dog.
You got no teeth?
My dog knocked out my fucking teeth. And I say that in a way that I know I'm so vulgar, and I drop all the F-bombs everywhere, which I do. but you know, hey, if you're an asshole, I'm gonna call you one. Duh. Sorry, when a guy's across the street battering his girlfriend, I'm gonna call him out and I'm gonna tell the cops this guy's a fucking asshole. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So yeah, sorry about that. Oh wait, sorry. I can't talk. I have no teeth.
Any guy who hits a woman should be called an asshole. And then
right.
Yo, you're sensitive.
Yeah, but you know, hey, what that's the least of my problems. I got no teeth. Can you guys understand what I say? Cause I got no teeth.
hello, everybody. Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
Oh my God, we are on fire tonight.
Let's go.
Hey, I better be on fire than be a little bit unhinged.
Yeah. Who's unhinged? This is normal.
Good Lord, that guy has issues. That's all I'm gonna say. Issues. Send Sunday for 100 joules. Yeah. Well, apparently, when I told you guys what actually really happened to my mouth, they seem to think I went to a dentist for a back problem. No, this just proves that they don't listen and they cannot comprehend, and they sound like the biggest dopes I've ever heard in my life. But that is my opinion.
You were telling me his face is looking a little puffy.
Well, no, I was telling you that he said that I have a melting face.
Yeah, his face is all puffy. That's you know what
I'm just
that
like
is. It's lack of testosterone.
that. Look, here's the thing. Okay, here's the deal. Everybody needs to realize that um, I go on 10 o'clock at night. Okay, that idiot that likes to harass, mock, and hurt everybody, including myself. I'm like the main target right now. I can call him an idiot. That's not defamation. That's not her. He can call me an idiot all he wants. You know what I mean? I don't care about things like that. This is why I waited this long to say or do anything about holding him accountable, especially till after the lawsuit was over, right? So, the thing is that he did not talk to the sheriff's department. The sheriff's department, he keeps saying he spoke to the sheriff's department, and they were laughing at me, la-di-da-di-da. It's funny because he didn't mention a couple of the things that were involved in the report. And while he was live, ladies and gentlemen, while he was live, I was speaking with the deputy who took my report on my phone in text, who says, hold please, I'll tell you exactly, because I was letting her know what he was saying. Let's see. Who says, no, I do the who's saying like that, that's why I do that. Who says, and I'm not trying to like say what you know, like out her, whatever, obviously this is going to be public, but I told her that he's talking about the call I made saying that you contacted him today and you guys were laughing about my report to you. And I was told, I can assure you that is not true. And I asked if anyone from his office spoke with him. And she said, I called his phone and left him a voicemail. That's it. That's it. But, I mean, there's more about everything else, but I was telling her what he was saying and stuff, and obviously, they're getting that video from tonight too. And you know, it's funny because
I don't know what happened.
Are you there?
Yeah, what happened?
Ernie's saying, Robbie, please roll up your window. I can't hear Lisa over the wind.
Oh.
My window's up.
Okay, now we don't hear any wind.
That was just me farting.
Okay,
oh, okay. You had to let it air out. I get it.
That's a lot of hot air.
I get it. Anyway, happy Sunday, Spunday, peoples. Tina is a member for 9 months. Awesome. Thank you. Hey, Carol. He absolutely has no content. Very, very childish. Well, I can tell you this. He barely made 6,000 people today, so he's probably pissed a lot of viewers off. I mean, that's 1,000 down from what he would normally get. So maybe he doesn't seem to realize that he's just an asshole. But anyway, that's my opinion. And that's what happens when you show how much hatred you have and how you're harassing people. You'll lose viewers, and that's on him. That's not on anybody else. But anyway, hello. Hi, Ann. Ann, I got your message, as you see, and I didn't know what I was going to do as far as tonight goes, but I'll talk to you about that. Hi, Patty. Hi, Don. Hi, Scampy Girl. Bye.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Mo Magic. Mo Magic. Martha Dodge. Pandera. Hello, Anna. Hello, everyone. Squat Pump's sitting here, too, by the way.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Shout out,
I
hello.
hope you're having a great evening. I'm very pleased to be with you tonight.
He's going to do a speech now. Jackie Ridge. Steffi Stupid Fisherman. Hello, everyone. Hey, John Cook. Edie. Hello. Kim. Oh, my God. Sandra. Wow. I just ate. Oh, my God. I probably shouldn't say. Because I can't talk. I have no teeth.
You're killing me.
And I don't know how I could do this because, I have no teeth. How am I eating anything? Oh my god, wait, hold on. I actually do have something stuck in my tooth. Hold on. Okay. Anyway, just kidding. I do have teeth, guys. But yeah, when he was cracking on my teeth, I didn't get rid of the. Oh, you know what? You might be right. Hold on. Let me check it.
Just know
Let me
that
check. I probably
miserable-
didn't do any of that,
miserable
which
and
I
effort
should. Hold
is
on.
full of
Oh, I didn't do any
donkey
of that.
shit.
All right, hold on.
donkey shit.
Hold on. Let me get in
Yeah,
here for a
donkey shit.
sec. Because I set it up and I walked away from it, so I forgot to actually do this, guys. Give me one sec. I'll turn it off for you so you don't have to see those annoying little things. There we go. It should. Well, all right. Hold on.
What is it?
The reactions, the hearts, and all that. It goes up, and when people are on their phones, they can't really see. So.
You
all
can
right.
turn that off?
Yeah. But you have to do it for each video or live stream. So, all right. 5 minutes a month. Wait, hold on a second. What the hell did I just do? Let me fix that. I did put it on subscriber mode, but I didn't change. Here we go. Here we go. Days. There we go. There we go. I make everybody subscribe for 48 hours, so I figure that's fair enough, right?
Yep.
So anyhow, I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, and now until I turned it off. What? I turned it on.
No, you shut it off.
No, I selected the days and everything. All right, let's try it again.
It came
Custom.
on and then it went right back off.
I know, but then I selected it too, and then I said days.
And
Save.
then it went off.
All right,
There,
it's
now
on.
it's
It's on. Okay.
Now we're good.
No, members only mode is off. What? It shouldn't be a members. What the hell is going on?
Now it's fine. Leave it the way it is. I
Don't
can
touch
actually,
anything.
I can type in the chat now.
Why
You
did it
have it
say
on mem-
members only?
I don't know.
This is weird. What is it doing? Hold on a second. Let me make sure this is a public thing. It has to be.
It is. It's public now. Because when it goes members only, I'm not allowed to chat.
Yeah, that's weird. That's so strange. All right, turn off reaction. I did. All right? Apparently, what I did not work. Let me go back to it. I'm back. All right, that's good. Live reactions is off.
Clear my way. I don't see no headlights.
All right, is it off now?
Yes, you're good.
Okay. And so, let's see. I'm refreshing. It says subscribers. Okay. It looks fine here now.
Looks good on my end, too.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we should be good now. Sorry, guys. Normally it's done way before I start, but I had walked away. And I guess I didn't fix it. All right. Okay. So, all right. So, obviously we saw the title, right? And it said, what was the title? It said the dog died. We need a memorial, right? And I was thinking, because they were talking about Michelle's dog and stuff. I had no idea what he was talking about. Like, what the hell is this going to be about now? Turns out it was my dog. Well, he literally has been going off and on about my mouth, my teeth, whatever, and then showed pictures. Oh, she's missing this teeth, oh, that teeth, whatever. I don't care. And I explained what happened with my tooth, and I explained why when I said to fix my tooth, they had to fix more things in my mouth. So I explained where that whole thing came from, right? And when he says my dog knocked out my teeth and he's telling you it's a lie, that's because It is a lie. My dog did not knock out my teeth. My dog broke one of my front teeth. That's it.
It chipped her tooth.
It chipped my tooth, like right in half. Okay, so that's it. And I told this story. So obviously they do not understand. They cannot hear. They do not comprehend, or they simply spin things just to fucking lie. Okay, so you could choose whatever, because he wouldn't have had anything to talk about if he wasn't listening to me in the first place. Did you notice with that thing in his mouth? He looked just like in Lutheran's video. Terry, that's funny. You're right. So he can't even talk with something in his mouth, let alone his own freaking teeth. But whatever. I could throw those comments out there too. That's not the big deal. The big deal is the harassment. And it's not about just me. This is about everyone he's harassed. And I have so many witnesses that will testify to not just what they see him doing to me, but what they've seen him doing to Michelle, what he's done to them as well. Okay? And I will be bringing these people in. So, anyway, so he starts off his show, because I'm obviously just getting into it. He starts off his show with a song and starts talking about Jackson. And by the way, George is fully in on this. And I'm letting you know why you should pay attention, because when he says he spoke with the sheriff's department, he would know that it isn't just him. It's not just him. So tonight, George was fully in on this, mocking my dog, doing a thing for harassment. That's not freedom of speech. That's harassing. You're taking someone's dead animal. You're lying about the situation. You're mocking it and harassing it the same way you did about someone's son. Okay? And even George said, I shouldn't be saying this, but no, because you didn't want to make yourself look like an asshole. So many people tonight saw how cruel you actually were. Okay? So cool. All right, I explained a situation that happened to me. I did not go to a dentist for back problems. I wasn't even having a back problem at the time. Pay attention. So they're jumping on the fact that when I had this woo-hoo feeling, I always called it the woo-hoo feeling, right? Because it just goes woo, right? And so he obviously took that out of context and tries running with it. He's totally trying to piss me off, and it's not, because I'm laughing at the fact that he is such an asshole and he just makes himself look so freaking stupid. Okay? I mean, he's showing his true colors. He's showing how shallow he is. He's showing how cruel he is. And then to keep his peoples, he starts praising, to his community. And it's like, oh my God. He knows how to do this because they taught him how to do this with the guy view rants, And I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, like, this guy is absolutely insane, in my opinion. By what he's doing, I think that he has some kind of mental issue. And, what they are, I don't know. I'm not a doctor or anything, but how he can be this way on a constant basis about people is absolutely insane. Noelle sent 10 Julie's in a Pod's gift membership. Thank you so much, Noelle. Whoop, whoop. Thank you.
Right on, Noelle.
Nice. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, Scampy. And hi, Noelle. That's the first time I saw her. Hello. Hello, Tim. Hello, Sunny.
Hello, Noelle.
So many new names. Hi, my mama. There's a purple gift box next to the chat box that you could spend. What's I'm not sure what that's from. Kim Jess, what's going on? Hey, Phil.
What's up, Kim?
Tabs.
Hey, Phil.
What's up? Hello, Ruth. Sent chili for 6, Jules. What are you doing?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm always admiring your artwork.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Apparently, it's nothing but a bunch of junk in a garage.
It certainly isn't. Like, it catches my attention.
Recovery from yesterday. Oh my God. Well, I'll tell you what I did today later. But
I was hanging out with your cat.
Oh, really? I was like, where'd you go? Anyway, hi, DJ Diane.
DJ.
Judith, hello. I'm reading the chat. Hey, Doreen. Okay. So anyway, Lori. They didn't even notice mine. Notice your what? Hold on. What'd I miss? 1 second. Miss Lori also gifted 5 chilies and about members. I'm sorry, no, I did not see that.
Let's go, Miss Lori.
Thank you. I totally
I
didn't see
can't
that.
see squat.
I saw Tina was a member and Miss Lori gifted 5. Awesome, thank you. I'm sorry about that. Thank you. Wow. That's so cool. You guys are amazing. We hung them up. We decided to come over. Who's we? Oh, if I decide to come over. Yes. Yes, Kip. I will be here. Don't tell anybody that. Next thing I'll have stalkers.
Oh,
Bonnie
God,
gets
everybody's
the
going to...
started? No way. Bonnie! Thank you. Why isn't it showing me that? It should show me that. Thank you so much, Bonnie. I don't know why it's not showing me that. I don't know. YouTube's weird for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Let them stalk me. Yeah, y'all don't want to mess with Kim. So anyway, so they started going on Jackson because I mentioned his name, and they're like mocking my dog all night long. They started grifting money for my dog's memorial, Robbie.
Dude, that's just sick.
Yeah. Grifting super chats, and I don't think anybody liked that idea because he only got like 7. What was it? Hold on. He got half of his goal. His goal was 50, and he got 28 out of 50 super chats. And what was sick was some of the comments that he got. Lisa, looks, you already have stalkers. Yes, I do. Anyway, so he's grifting for my dog. So now expect in the mail to come a whole bunch of crap about dogs and teeth and whatever, so that they can put it on that memorial that they did to mock Amy's brother. So now they're gonna add dog stuff over that. Well, guess what? My dog is right here with me. Spends time with me all the time. My dog is here with me. So putting a memorial up for my dog and grifting money for my dog is pure evil. My dog is right here. Both dogs are right here. So, anyhow, so if the title alone it says the grift. The title was a grift. It's an outright grift.
Dude, I wonder if that's what's wrong with him. His parents wouldn't let him have a dog when he was a little kid.
I don't know. I just can't believe the bullshit and the crap that he goes through. I mean, he tries to make it funny. He's not funny. That's not funny. You want to call it humorous, and it's not satire, number one. But that's not funny, and you could call it poor taste or whatever. It's definitely poor taste. But what he doesn't realize is you add all the things up that he's done, it's complete harassment. And that's what's going on. Like, what I was trying to say when I started was, I start late. I go on after him. I'm debunking all his bullshit on whatever videos he's pulling it out on. I'm debunking it. That's what Sunday Spunday is all about, is about how he spins everything.
Yes.
And tries to, defame me and other people. For how long has this been going on? I mean, this is ridiculous. So, I mean, that's what this is all about. So, again, that's what I'm doing tonight. I am debunking his lies. He's lying about me, and he's trying to make my viewers think certain ways, and I'm telling the truth. And while I'm at it, I'm proving that he's actually doing the things that he himself has done. But I come up with the proof. I show the facts. I show the public records. Now, he thinks that FOIAs are public records, right? They are public records. However, you are not allowed to show the inside of someone's home. And my studio is in the inside of someone's home. That's me, my home. Okay? So he's not allowed to do that. And he's not allowed to use those records for malice. Okay? And maliciously try to hurt people, defame them, harass them. And that's exactly what he's done. Okay? Because he got he got that information, right? And the second he got it, the next day he put it up. And he didn't put up what it was about. He just put up pictures of me. Okay? 3 days in a row. And then when he found out I called the cops on his ass yesterday, today he went and put up something up about my husband and lied about him. By the way, Robbie, when you use the phrase poppy seed,
Yeah.
what kind of drug comes from poppy
Heroin.
seed?
Heroin.
Yeah. So he's accusing my husband now of being a heroin user or addict. My husband has never, ever touched heroin. Ever. Okay? And so that's an outright lie, plus of all the other stuff that he said. Okay? In these posts, he's defaming me left and right, saying all these kinds of lies. He could tell anybody he wants that I stole money. I got the proof I did it. And he doesn't have the proof I did. So they're going to believe me, not you, Germ. Because look what you've done for 3 years. You've done nothing but lie and harass people. Trust me, they are not going to believe you. A magistrate judge didn't believe you, and neither did a district judge. Did not believe you in federal court. The only court you were able to try and convince someone that you were afraid for your life and got a woman's freaking statute in your favor for a battered woman is in Ohio, where you are the only one who lives. And you perjured yourself. And you're still doing it. And eventually you will be caught lying to that court too. All right? So, anyhow, what else did he say? Oh, he's ripping my dog, thanking him for the laughs and stuff. All right, so the teeth, all about the teeth. Oh, and now I'm 500 pounds. I'm 500 pounds.
Oh my God.
I'm going to show you what 500 pounds can look like real soon. I'm 500 pounds. And he has no idea. Like, everybody's probably thinking, oh, she wants to lose weight or something before she shows her face. No, that's not it. You're going to see exactly why, and you'll understand when this happens. It's not about my face. I'll tell you that right now. Then he starts talking about Jules. And then, because they know that I spoke with the police department about him, George turns around and starts saying how it's freedom of speech. No, honey, there's a line that when it becomes harassment, and you crossed it. You crossed it. Then she explains away that they drove through the villages yesterday. Yet yesterday their short was, it's going down in the villages. It's going down, and shows my picture. That was not only intimidation, that was a threat. You could say what you want after the fact, dude, because I bet you didn't think you were going to get a call from the sheriff's department. But, sorry. Yeah, I was 500 pounds. I know what it looks like. You're nowhere near it. No, I'm not 500 pounds. And to say anybody is and to laugh and make fun of them the way they are is cruel. Okay? So he was mocking my teeth, mocking my flabby body arms, joking about me being on a swim team and how can I be on a swim team with a swimmer's body, blah, 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 whatever. What they don't understand is I've always been a big girl. I've always been a tall girl. And yes, I do have swimmer's muscles, swimmer's body. I do. And if you can't see them under my flabby arms, that's your fucking problem. I was on a swim team for 8 years, jackasses. Get over it. And being on a swim team and having a swimmer's body doesn't mean you're in the Olympics, but what I can tell you is I was the only one who could swim fly. And I actually used to race against a girl who did enter into the Olympics. And I used to beat her on my own swim team. So thank you for reminding me to bring that up to you and let you all know that. I can swim, and yes, I do have a swimmer's body, and I'm quite proud of it. It's just a little hidden right now. And I can say that too. You know why? Because it's me. It's my body. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I'm married. I'm not trying to date anybody. I have no reason to sit there and hide. And they use the word catfish. You want to know what a catfish is? L's. L's is a fucking catfish. And if you want to sit there and you want to make fun of me, my avatars, my cartoons, whatever, yeah, I guess Megan is a superwoman. She came right out of Marvel, right? Please go look at her little thumbnail of her, let's just say large body, no torso, in a dress, acting like she's river dancing. Go look at that. That's Megan. Go look at the hairdo with the blonde streak. I don't know what that's about. You know, you want to start playing those games. I can dish it out too. But let's be real. At least I'm honest with all of you. Okay. Um, Again, the memorial for the dead dog was all about my dog. Um, let's see. So, oh, and then they start talking about, ready for this, Robbie? That they were talking about how I was removed as a mod from their channel because people were complaining about me, and that I was removing a ton of people from his channel, and that's why they removed me.
Lies. More
Absolute lies. Robbie, how long did it go on after me not dealing or going to his channel? Did I say, let's see if I'm still a mod? And I
the
was.
mill to grill.
Mill to grill is when he finally removed. Actually, I thought he removed me. He didn't. I blocked him from my channel. That's why I see if I unblock him, I'll be able to go in his channel and they'd have to block me. Okay? So he's lying through his freaking dressed up teeth. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any. Hold on. I can't for F L L S S. Okay. Can you still hear that S? I don't know. You know, apparently I have no teeth that I could speak better than him with crap on his teeth. So I don't know what to say about that. So he lied about that. I mean, it's all of it. It's all just lies, guys. It's all lies. And you know, George starts naming it this whole saga, and I said, "Oh, that's kind of funny because I've been calling it a saga." It's just all about the dog. They said I had a melted face. I'm like, I have a melted face because you snapped a picture of me in mid sentence and figured, "Oh, this is a good one to make her look like crap." Okay, I have a melted face. Well, no, I don't think so. It's not melted.
Hey, Lisa.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose you for a couple minutes till we get. We're gonna lose you for a couple minutes till we get up to the house.
Okay, not a problem. I got this.
And then and then I'll be right back in.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So I've already kind of mentioned all the stuff he said because he keeps talking about the dog. So I can talk about the woohoo feeling, back pain, going to a dentist. Y'all were here. You heard my whole story. Not sure there is such a thing as plastic surgery on a brain, Kim. Sticky note. So Monday he says he's releasing full FOIAs. So I guess you're going to get the story that goes along with the pictures. Well, and he says he's not doing it. Why aren't you doing it on your channel, Jerm? So apparently he's doing it to Megan because Megan goes on Mondays, and then Tug's going on Tuesdays. Well, thank you for saying that tonight too, because you just helped with the whole conspiracy with all of them with the sheriff's office. But thank you for that. But here's the thing, guys. Their point is just to show me talking, possibly me going off on the neighbor across the street. But what's most important here is that this is a battery charge with my neighbor across the street. This is actually her story. And Megan don't give two shits. She doesn't know anything about my neighbor. She doesn't give two shits. She doesn't even care about the guy who's sitting in jail right now. Okay? She doesn't care about none of it. It's about showing me and me discussing what this neighbor's done to her and what's gone on. And that to me is bullshit. It's not national news. It's not local news to her either. Okay? It's malicious. And I will be contacting her police department tomorrow in regards to that The records department who sent out those FOIAs to Deanna, they are looking into the fact that Deanna has shared them and used them maliciously. Okay, so if Megan's going to go ahead and air those, Deanna's going to pay for it, and then Megan's going to reap the other repercussions, and so will Tug.
You can't.
This isn't a joke. And they think I'm not doing anything. Well, guess what? They thought I wasn't doing anything all along because I never filed that report. He talks about the audio. Oh, it was hilarious hearing him say this. Blah, 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 blah. Well, that's kind of funny considering he never heard the audio. Not yet. And he may not because it's going to be an investigation, which means he's not going to be able to get that. Okay? Yes, it is. It's domestic violence, and he's promoting it. Just like promoting my neighbor. He did a post today using my neighbor and my husband in the same post and tried to compare them. First off, they look nothing alike. Okay? And in doing so, he's promoting the guy, and even in the post states how he's going to be doing a multi-series interview with my neighbor who's harassing me. Thank you for that again, because the sheriff knows that too. So you proved what I said to the sheriff as well. The guy is such an idiot. He goes and posts stuff literally after he knows I spoke to the sheriff and told the sheriff everything. And it's not just Jeremy Hales. It's not just Martha Risk. It's Deanna West as well. 1, 2, 3. And guess what? He would have fucking known that if he did talk to the sheriff. And I'm so glad that while the both of them had their faces on their live stream tonight, that Deanna was mouthing off in the background talking about the walrus. Because guess what? They know who the walrus is. They know who Fleesa is. They know it all. Okay? I told them enough. And I got plenty more to say. But they have enough. And I'm telling you, I was speaking to the actual deputy who took my report while Jeremy was live. Okay, so I'm just glad that he mentioned the neighbor in the post today and his series and interview with my neighbor, stalking, harassing, yeah, and what my neighbor just got arrested for, and what we have on him with the harassment that he's doing too, because did Jeremy put him up to that? He's basically proving it. Thank you.
Yeah, where's the mallet?
Thank you. You know, I'm not going to sit here and fear my life because you're going to have somebody harass me from across the street, or you're going to threaten saying you're coming to the villages or anything like that. I'm a tough girl, but I'm not going to allow you to pull that shit with me.
Okay.
I'm not anybody else who's afraid to go and say anything. You're not going to do that to me. Okay? I will speak to the sheriff, and I will bring everybody in as witnesses against you. And between 3 counties that know your name,
oh wow,
we'll see. Okay, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. He's sitting there listening to all this, lying, twisting it, making lies about it. He lied about the sheriff's department. Hell, he lied and harassed one of their own. You know, he's lying. You know, he's suing he's just lying, and I'm here to debunk his lies. He should not get away with it. 3 years, and nobody has been able to hold him accountable. Well, it's over now. It's over now. I mean, you'll still see it happen and go on, I guess, because everybody's, doing what they're doing. But each and every one of them are going to be held accountable. And they can think no, but I'm pretty sure Megan and Tug tomorrow will know before they even do their live that this is not a joke anymore. Thank you, Pabs! Whoop away, I can't read that. It went by so fast. I heard Martha needs a new teen routine for donation for that. Keep the change. Apparently, he needs some too. I don't know. He's wearing some really weird stuff on his teeth. So anyway, I'm not sitting here. I'm not here to mock him, and I'm not here to harass him. I'm here to tell the truth about the lies and the harassment he's doing. About myself, about everybody. About the lawsuits. Tell the truth about the lawsuits. He's been lying about these lawsuits for God only knows how long. Shouting Miller Deanna is doing all this for a little mushroom. How sad. Yeah, I don't know what's possessing her to not, think about things that she's doing ethically and morally, but whatever. Apparently she doesn't come from the right side of the street. From what I understand. No, I'm not even joking.
I know what you mean when you said that.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
You know what? Many people don't come from the right side of the street, but they make their lives and they have morals and they have ethics.
They have choices.
Yeah. So, apparently I'm a ho-ho, by the way.
Oh, let's go, ho-ho.
I'm a ho-ho.
Let's go, ho-ho.
And, I don't know, maybe I play Santa Claus here and there. Maybe not to get the dress up going, you know. I don't know, maybe because the outfit doesn't fit me. I'm like 500 pounds or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I'm a ho-ho. Well, I ho-ho around Christmas time, absolutely. I scream ho-ho all the time because lately, especially the past 2 years, I'm giving children gifts and putting smiles on their faces, and I'm loving every minute of it. So I will ho-ho-ho all the way home.
Oh! 7 days a week through Sunday.
Now he brings up Lips. Lips is a ho-ho. Then he even says Michelle is a ho-ho.
Lips. Oh, okay.
Look at the guy who's saying and harassing these people. Look at Mike Johnson. I love ho-ho-hos.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, well, he is a ding-dong. Yeah, he was saying that tonight,
He's a dingleberry.
That's a book thing.
Okay.
Anyway. So then they talk about the villages, and he asked about because she didn't know what a ho-ho was or whatever, you know. And just for anybody who's listening, including authorities, this is commentary and reaction to a video that was done tonight. That's what we do. That's what I do here. And he doesn't like this fact that the truth comes out here. This is the Truth Channel. And so we're commenting on a video from tonight's live stream because he literally lies and I'm debunking these lies. So anyway, so he throws out and asks about Snowball. Did anybody hear him say that? Anybody hear him say that? Well, Snowball refers to Robbie, but he didn't go into any more detail about that. So it kind of got cut off or whatever. But yeah, so he's releasing these FOIAs, but he's not releasing them. He's getting Megan and Tug to do his dirty work. Why? Plausible deniability. Not when you're a ringleader, dude. Not when you're a ringleader. He said he trademarked the Loofah-mobile. Well, guess what, dude? Your ass is going to be in trouble for that because you know damn well that I have the Loofah-mobile.
That's right. 100%. 150%.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He spoke about so that, by the way, that's interference with business. So everything he sued me for, or tried to sue me for, I got on him, guys. I totally have it on him. So anyway, the Loofah-mobile is mine, not his, mine. We even have the live where it was created from. Just so you know. Just so you know. Anyway, he spoke about my husband again tonight, and he referred to him. It keeps in the post it was Poppy Seed, but tonight he talked about rugs and protein, and somebody wanting to drive a truck into his face. Hold on, I have to ask you this, okay? Did any of you hear that my husband said he wanted to drive a truck into his face? Did Gabe say that? I'm just asking you, because I don't remember him saying that. That Gabe wants to drive a truck into his face. Well, that's what he said tonight on his live. Why ruin a good truck? Ha! Smokey Diddy. You're right. Yeah, no, I've never. I even went into Gabe and said, "Did you ever say something like that?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Well, apparently he's saying you did," and I think that's what he's gonna do is because he was talking about the sheriff at the same time. I'm like, "Is that what he's trying to?" If the Loofah-mobile was his, why isn't he still selling it? Right there, you go, Connie Sue. Martha said tonight that you wouldn't have problems if you had kept your nose out of their business. So, in their words, do you defend helpless people that we are attempting to destroy? So if I didn't, okay, that was retracted. Never mind. Gabe did not say that. Gabe said he would like to speak to him man to man. Yes, Sandra, he did say that. He did say that. Hey, Lori J. My prayers are still out for you, honey. I think Jeremy has a thing for Gabe because sure fancy going after him, Lisa, in my opinion. Well, that's why he went after Gabe today. Because, you know, if you think that they don't know that you went after my husband, you're crazy. My husband's my family. Of course they know that you've been going after him and maliciously. So whether you put a picture of me up today or you put one up of him and the neighbor who you clearly admitted using to harass me with interviews, I'm like, wow, okay. How stupid are you? I mean, I could throw the same crap at you. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. It's just, bullshit. Anyway, so talking about protein and workout. No, my husband's actually working out, and he plans on doing a challenge. Obviously, this guy doesn't have enough nerve to do it. But driving a truck to his face—that's an absolute lie. Never happened.
Can I back that up?
What?
It did not.
It
was not said.
No, you were here. Said. You were here.
Yeah, I know. So let me back that shit up.
He also said he doesn't have the. He also said he has the FOIA request, and they're so funny listening to them. The new ones. Well, like I said, guys, this was yesterday. The records department is closed. He doesn't have shit. He's lying. He's lying, and even the officer told me they can vouch that that's not true. Okay, so they want to lie about the sheriffs. Go right ahead. I mean, I can't stop him from lying about anybody, but I will tell the truth. Jeremy would have already called the cops if Gabe said, right. So now I'm the toothless queen. Okay, well, I was always a queen.
Well, you're damn right. You were born a queen.
Let's see.
Shit, I'm sorry.
He's thinking that everything he's saying is opinion, freedom of speech. No, like I said, no, it's not. Not when you do what you did, say what you said. There's a line that you cross, and he's crossed it hundreds of times. Thanking my dog, talking about food that it pulls weeds and tells the truth. He's mocking the things that I say about my channel. Okay, so strictly we said that. Martha said tonight that you wouldn't have problems if you kept your nose out of their business. So in their words, don't you dare defend helpless people that we are attempting to destroy. Gotcha, because that's the truth, strictly. That is absolutely the truth. As a matter of fact, I am going to highlight that. I love Strictly. She is so smart. So smart, because that is 100% the truth. And I wasn't in their live, okay? They went and how did I actually start saying something? Oh, they harassed Robbie. Then they went and harassed Guapo, and they did that physically, and he chest bumped Guapo. He attacked someone. He assaulted someone, and I had something to say about it. Then I found out what he was doing to this family, and I started to help them. I wanted to and started to, and then we all helped them. And that was created and happened here. You're right, Mo Magic, to destroy for profit. You are 100% right. And he can't even deny it because that's exactly what his own videos show. What's crazy is how this has gotten so much bigger than JCMP and HJ. Right, Don? Because the people that go to defend them and basically let the world know this is not the truth. This is not their lives. This guy's actually destroying them by doing that. For something so stupid and minute. Please, I never ever tell the truth they can't handle. Well, I'm telling the truth. So, let's see. So they got 5 years of FOIAs. Yeah. Well, I can tell you exactly what those FOIAs are. It's not about me. Not about anything in my household. It's about my neighbors across the street. So you want to bring up her domestic violence issue and you don't even know her. You know nothing about her. You want to talk about her. She already knows why you're doing it. It has everything to do with me. So now you're just makes more sense.
Not take 2 trips down.
She would gladly tell the sheriff that that's exactly what you're doing.
Right.
She would gladly tell the sheriff that him, Hales, Martha Risk, Tug, and Megan, they air those FOIAs. She will gladly tell the sheriff that you're now going to be harassing her. Because there's only one reason any of them even pulled that. Deanna West shared it. And you all know this. This isn't a freaking, it doesn't take a rocket scientist.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have all the fish
They know it because they know who requested the information. It was sent to Deanna West. who knows nothing about my neighbor, who knows nothing. They didn't give a shit. The first thing they did was threw out my pictures to maliciously harass me. And now they're going to do it to not just me, but my neighbor who has been violated tremendously. This is her story. This is her issue. Okay? So these are the people that they are. Mean, disgusting people doing nothing but hurting people. And I'm just going to throw this out there. If you want to participate in their shows and their games and their bullshit, that's fine. But don't expect to be over here and me being like, oh, nicey nice. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Those people are nasty people. They hurt people. And I'm talking about them and all their minions. Each and every one of them. Tug, Megan, J Hip, all of them following this guy's narrative and doing his dirty work for him. I don't care how funny anybody is. I don't care. If you're participating with that, you don't need to be here. It's that simple to me. I don't deal with people like that. They are nasty. And you know what? You can be mad at me, you can hate me, you can think I'm wrong, but I don't want it here. You can do whatever you want. I'm not telling you what to do or what not to do, but if you are part of that, I don't want it here. Because this is lies, bullshit, hatred. That's not what we're about here. So, anyway. So, again, he just kept repeating himself constantly about the dog, about the Sumter County Sheriff, and that's it. And the teeth. That's it. And all I can tell you is the sheriff did not speak to him. They left a message on his voicemail because they went to investigate and they found a phone number for him. I didn't even give him a phone number for him. But that's it. And that's all he basically said. So I honestly, when I started, like I said, I had no idea that the dog he was talking about was my dog. I'm like, what dog is he talking? I actually thought he was going to talk about Michelle's. Lisa P.O. in Ohio. There's no news about the P.O. in Ohio. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. Got that. I'm sitting to be fishing close to my view. Their love of money makes them do germs bidding, and that makes them evil people. Yep. And you know what? Those are your opinions, guys, and you're allowed to have them too. I thought I removed that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep that up there that long.
Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one. Some stink, some don't.
Yep. Well, you know, freedom of speech, you're allowed to have your opinions. It is freedom of speech. But when you cross a line, you know, like for instance, I could sit there and writing this report. I don't do what he does. I don't make shit up. You know, he makes shit up as he goes. He knows he's lying. And so does George. And if she's just believing his bullshit, I don't know. That's going to be for her to answer one day. Because she will be questioned about it.
It's because
she has no proof anything that she's talking about is true.
She's a sheep. She's not a leader.
What I said that I paid $2, I mean, she has a good heart. I don't know what you mean, King Paco. I'm still listening, just watching something on Netflix. Well, I don't mean to interrupt you, Crimson. He sort of said that the next PO in Ohio is for you. PO in Ohio? I don't live in Ohio, and I'm not stalking him or harassing him or any of that. So, good luck. Ohio doesn't have jurisdiction over me. So, there you go. You have a good heart. Oh, I see what you're saying. Thank you, King Paco. Yeah, so I don't know. So King Paco gave you a super. Okay, so I missed it. That's what you meant. Thank you. Why am I not seeing them as they go by? Something's going on with YouTube. I'm not seeing any of the super chats. Hold on. King Paco. But they should be popping up in the stream. Only care you ever got and you do. Thank you, King Paco. I see it now. I see it's in StreamYard. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's why I was looking at YouTube. But YouTube, it should be popping up. Are you guys, obviously you guys are seeing it, not me. Anyhow. Robbie, you both of you are quiet, and that's odd. Are you there?
Hold on.
I'm sorry, John Cops. Don't be mad. I can't even talk. Oh my god, I must be chugging a beer or drinking a.
Well, who knows? It goes between the teeth. Motherfucker. Oh, man.
I almost spit out my drink when you said that. That would have been easy. I have no teeth.
Listen, I'm writing you a note so I can keep my mouth shut.
That was good. Oh my god. Is that a cigarette? No, actually.
All right, we're back. Can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you.
All right, we're back.
Good.
Flick
Can you hear
that
us
big. I got some bigs. Flick that big. Yeah, it's a pack of cigarettes. Oh, hold on. There's a pack of cigarettes. Cigarettes on my in my picture. And if you notice, it's on the right hand side of my picture. That's where my husband sits.
Robert, hello, you did Jeff.
You're making me laugh. Oh, man, we're gonna hurt.
I'm muted.
Oh,
How am I
shit.
muted? I'm not muted.
I'm not muted. Can you hear me?
I see our thing going.
Dose reality regarding the
Hello, Lady Veteran. Hello, Pebs. Hello, Big Paco. Hello, Mindy. Hello, Johnny Cash. Hello, Todd.
Excitement with the saga.
Hello, Monica. Hello, Lucy.
I want to say this out
Hello,
loud.
Harper.
Pursuing, discuss, searching for.
Hello, Jack.
I don't know how that's about the
Hello,
truck,
Mike.
but that's Shara. Shara's full of shit. So.
Hello, Pandera. Hello, Starbucks.
I almost thought you said Pantera.
Tug says he has an audio, a 911 call of you saying I can't breathe. Just a heads up. Really?
I give you permission for this.
For what?
It's up to you if you want to read it. And
So Tug is saying he has the 911 call of me calling saying I can't breathe.
Broken D's.
Always a pleasure, Lori.
Oh, man. I am the fuck.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
That's what we're about, having fun.
Hello, Lori J.
Obviously, Robbie didn't hear me.
Aussie Tina, what'd you say?
Tug is saying he's got the 911 call of me saying I can't breathe.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Oh, my God. Crimson.
Well, then Tug's going to get himself a fucking lawsuit.
Hello, Scampy.
Is that Shrimp Scampy?
Scampy girl. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, my goodness. Hello, Terry.
It's up to you. You don't have to say it out loud.
Okay.
All right.
That's okay. No, we're gonna wait for her to do it. We're gonna wait for her to do it. When she does it, we got her.
Let's
That's all.
All right.
Let her do it.
Yeah, because she's a fucking dumbass.
Because she's not gonna listen anyway.
No.
Let her do it and let her
she was born
she's
wrong.
already in a heap load of trouble.
Let's go, lady.
Let her do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let her do it. I'm not gonna say nothing else. Let her do it.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Better hope not. Megan's gonna find herself in a lot of fucking trouble.
Oh, shit.
She's already in trouble. But yeah, he airs my 911 call about my health issue.
Oi, oi, oi,
fully knowing why he's doing it and using it to threaten me. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a privacy issue, and he'd be doing it maliciously. And you know what? I have a feeling he's going to get a phone call tomorrow too. That's a health issue. How the hell did he even get that? You want to hear Lisa Lee petrified? That's what you're going to fucking hear.
Don't put that woman in that position.
That's what you're going to hear. If you hear a 911 call, what you're going to hear is me not being able to breathe, cannot catch my breath, me not being able to fucking breathe, and them trying to keep me calm until an ambulance got here. That's what you're going to hear. Petrified Lisa not being able to fucking breathe, thinking I was going to drop dead. That's what you're going to hear. And if he wants to advertise that falls under HIPAA law, you go right ahead, Tug. You do not have my permission, but I will gladly sue you. You're already on your way there anyway. That would be a huge mistake. Absolutely. I'm not even joking with these people anymore.
Yo, Judge
and guess
Judy,
what? I'm not
go.
going to say a damn thing. See, Jeremy has them thinking that I'm not going to sue them. Guess what? You're all wrong if you're believing them. Because it's already started. But I'm not going to act like Hales and blow up your idea of everything. I'm just going to do it, and I'll tell you as it happens.
Best way to go about it.
The sniper is at it again? What do you mean, Starbucks? And by the way, hello, I didn't see you yet. You know, if they deep fake a video, you can sue the fuck out of germs if he does. Oh, I know. I know. But if you end up hearing it and I end up having to sue him because he did play it, just so you know, you will hear a petrified me freaking out because I could not breathe. I absolutely could not breathe.
And people, do you know what that feels like?
Yeah, if you don't know what that feels like, I hope you never know what that feels like.
Yeah, exactly. You can't suck enough breath.
That's a very, very, very scary feeling.
Where's Nine Chins?
Been there, done that. That's scary. It is very scary. It was very, very. Put it this way, it was so scary that I don't even like going to that part of my bedroom anymore, where I was when it happened. Okay, and I was in the hospital because of it. No one wants to feel that. Not even them, and I don't wish it on them either. So if he wants to air that, that would be against HIPAA. That's my privacy. That's my health.
Okay, bro.
I'll add that too. And he's doing it maliciously. If they do that, they are more than sick individuals. Yeah. Well, we already kind of know that, but. My mom has an attack sometimes daily. I've seen the panic in her eyes when she goes through it. It's as scary as hell. Yeah, and I'm not trying to take away from like a panic attack or anxiety or anything. This was not that. This was not that. I've had a panic attack before, a few of them actually, and
myself as well.
This was not that, and that was made it even more scarier. I literally could not breathe. It was literally like I was panting for air, trying to grasp air.
I don't know how that happens.
No COPD. Oh, so then that's yeah. I'm telling you, I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. I don't wish harm on anybody, and I definitely I don't wish that on anyone. Mine was complete respiratory failure. Oh my god, I had no idea what it was. It wasn't asthma. It wasn't. I mean, I know what it was now. I shouldn't say that. It was. Never mind. I'm not saying. But it's not asthma. It's not allergies, which is what I thought it actually was.
You don't have a clear diagnosis yet, so you don't say nothing.
Yeah, it almost literally felt like I lost all the blood in part of my body. It was weird. It was very weird and scary. Showed Muppets to have for reading for court papers. Yeah, all I can tell you guys is every one of them is mentioned in this report. So, yeah, and they know that it's not just me that they've done things to. I had to put secrets with you and think to go after a call on that possessive. Yeah. Well, you know, Here's the thing. He's trying to treat me like I'm some kind of massive celebrity. Now I'm a public figure and now I'm public interest. Well, I got news for you. If I'm a public figure, you made me one. Okay? So have fun with that. You can take the credit for making me a public figure. But me having a channel under a certain amount of people at one point, is fine. I don't care what they say. I am not a public figure in the sense that he is, anyway, and I am not a public figure in the sense that it's political. I'm running the town or whatever. I am actually a private person, and I'm allowed to have my privacy. He made you famously, right? Actually, I'm known in the music industry. He just doesn't realize that, but that's okay because he's not really a musician. So whatever. Anyway, alrighty, Peps. Gotcha. I got this, Peps. Not blowing L to breathe is not funny. No, it's not. It's not funny. Well, I sound like Paul Winchell. Hey, lady veteran. HIPAA restrictions would apply to the agency that took the call. If the 911 call for a medical emergency was released, that is them. Private individuals cannot violate HIPAA. Yep. Well, you cannot do that. To use the National Women's Protection Act to hide behind and then post about your neighbor's issues is just sick. It's sick. It's hypocritical. Yeah, well, he's definitely...
You know what I got to say about HIPAA?
What?
Here's what I got to say about HIPAA. I can't tell you.
Okay.
Seriously.
Because it's protected by HIPAA.
That's right.
Well, we're going to find out about that.
Oh, shit.
Okay. But I'm just letting you know straight up, if in fact that does get aired, you're going to hear me in complete panic.
Ugh.
And
No, you're
totally
not.
scared because I
No,
cannot
you
catch
won't
my
be
breath.
like that.
And then
You're
you're going to hear the dumb asshole go and make fun of it. And let him do that. Because that's just more mocking and more harassment that he'll be doing. And the sheriff's office and the courts are going to see that.
Doomsday is coming.
So,
Doomsday is coming.
It's just going to add to it. That's fine. But I will take action on that. I don't care who it is. I will take action, legal action on all of them. Megan thinks that she's got nothing coming to her, and she sure as hell does.
In her head. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. Got commentary in the background.
I'm not very happy with that one.
Both private and business can be fined for violating HIPAA. Yep. Sure can. I know HIPAA laws. Whoever sent them those have violated HIPAA laws unless your family cannot give records out. Yep. Well, apparently they said they have a 911 call of me saying I can't breathe. So he knows that I was in the hospital, but that is definitely what I said in the 911 call. So, hold on a second. Let's see what he says because I just got the timestamp. Oh, wait, is this today? I already have that. So let's see.
Of course you do.
Hold on. Let's see what he says.
I need some really good. Yeah,
Yeah, so did you hear that? I don't know. But apparently they found a whole bunch of interesting stuff. And help, I can't breathe. So he's already mocking me just by saying that. HIPAA restrictions apply to medical personnel, doctors, hospitals, clinics, EMS, insurance, etc. Joe or Jane Schmuck aren't restricted.
I'm so done with these two people.
It's okay.
I know, it's really not. I know, but it's really not okay. I don't like these people. They're bad people.
Are you trying to say that he's allowed to have it, Jeff? Probably Deanna gave it to him.
I
don't know. I'm reading about it. Look, here's the thing. Even if he was allowed to get it or they mistakenly gave it to him when they shouldn't have, the thing is he's using it maliciously. Just in how he's saying what he said. Okay? Just in saying how he said it. In the couple of seconds right there. I can only imagine what's before it and after. I already have this downloaded. Okay, but I did not sign a release to give out any information on my health or anything like that. So
You have one emergency contact, and that's covered.
it is a crime if you use maliciously or in connection with a crime. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a HIPAA violation. Lisa, I just looked it up too, and I do believe that if Florida doesn't make 911 calls about health private, then they can get them and they can play them, but they can't use them to harass someone. Right, and that's it's what he's doing. And based on how he was saying it, I could tell that's what he's going to do. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I can already tell. I know what he does. We all know what he does. So this right here, especially this, thanks for pointing it out, 22. Yeah, I have it. So he cannot look, it even says open because it already knows I downloaded it. So it's there. So thank you for letting me know. It's at the 22-minute mark. Neither did Tori's grandson, Lisa, right? With 911 public record requests, they are supposed to redact all medical information. Yep. He even has a screenshot. What he's using is the inside of my home on here. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to watch this one because the other ones are going down for it, and so will Tug. So it's all good. They will be reported. The law is going to handle all of them. I'm not going to sit here and say this and say that. The law is going to handle all of them. I am going to trust my sheriff's department to take care of this and make it go further and do this. Because my sheriff's department is not the other sheriff's department. Okay? Mm-hmm. And I have full trust in my sheriff's department that they will handle this properly. And I do not believe that this sheriff's department got on the phone with Hales and was laughing with them about me. Since Tug claims he works in mental health, doesn't that make him a medical person? He claims it, doesn't mean he does. There's no proof of any license with his name on it. Did they get body cam footage? Yes, they did. Not from the 911 call. If 911 released your private health info, sue them. I don't know where he got the call from, but I'll find out. I actually have what was sent to Hales. So, Tug says tonight, both he and Megan have all the FOIA stuff. Yeah, well, guess where he got it from? Because the only person who actually got the FOIA request was Deanna West. I know that for a fact. So, Deanna is sharing it. Because nobody else requested it. Just Deanna. And Deanna lives at Jeremy's property that's owned by Hang Your Hat Homes, LLC, and she's an employee of Jeremy Hales. And she works very tightly with Martha George Risk. So, just saying. Look, I'm not afraid of anything because I'm an open book for most of my life, but I just don't think my health is anybody's business and it's my private thing. But if they got it, they got it. If they're going to crucify themselves by posting it, I'm going to protect myself and my family, and I'm going to let the law handle them because they are maliciously hurting me. They cannot get away with doing this. Because if they keep getting away with it, they're going to keep doing it to other people. Look at Jeremy's long list. Tug's even got a long list. Megan's starting hers. So at least, this way Megan will learn not to keep doing this crap. But it all ties them all together. So trust me, they'll all go down together with it. If Tug's in fact a medical professional, yes, he's restricted by HIPAA from releasing medical info. You're right, Jeff. So, whatever happens, happens. Look, here's the thing, guys. I'm not a criminal. I'm not harassing anybody. I'm not doxing anybody. I am not stalking anybody. I'm not doing any of the shit that they're doing. They're claiming I am, but I'm actually not. I come on here, I do my lives, I vet information that's given to me, and if I can vet it, I'll tell you about it. I'll show you the public records, and I'm talking court records. I don't show you guys 911 calls. I don't show you guys, a whole bunch of FOIA stuff. The FOIA stuff that I did have coincided with the stuff for court. Okay, that was the point of all the FOIA. I have plenty more FOIA requests that I did not show you. Okay, because I got them for a time frame of a 2-month period, 5 years. Just the request alone for 5 years showed that there's intent there. Okay, and the only thing they got is the asshole across the street attacking his girlfriend and trying to cause problems with my husband. So, is that Kendra? I'm going to call 911. Everyone prepare to record it. I promise to make it juicy.
No, we're not doing that. Everybody be quiet.
Good night, Mike. Only evil people think airing a 911 call is funny for content. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Kendra's got quite a bit of thought on all this stuff.
Oh, shit. Oh, boy.
It's a good thing.
You better be worried now, bitch. Old man. Shut up. I don't like this girl. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I made it clear. I said my statement.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Sorry. Jeannie, love you. Kendra, that's Kendra.
Oh, I love you too, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everybody's saying hi to Kendra. Hi, Kendra.
Hey, let's go, Kendra. Oh, Kendra.
Hello, Kendra.
He's like super quiet.
He's eating. Or he's watching his favorite show.
If Tug releases it, that would prove he's not actually a therapist. Yeah. So he airs that he either breaks HIPAA and loses his job, or he's proving he's in no way, shape, or form working with anything to do with medicine.
This guy. It's going to catch up with him.
No, it's serious. Look, I'm going to let the law handle it. I'm just going to let the law know what they're doing.
That's what we do.
Because all I did was explain what was going on, and they knew what it was.
Yeah.
They told me what the crime was.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I said, exactly, thank you.
It sucks.
Yeah.
We want to hurry up, wait, rush, but we have to take our time.
Yeah. Hey, Scoot, you there?
Yes.
What are you doing? Can you hear me? I guess not. Let's see. The begging of germs for damn it, talk about some of the beginning, not begging. Oh, sorry. Hey, Sherry. Okay, so want to go to one of the pools across town then Sam's when I come up? Sure.
Yeah.
Let's party. Let's go swim, because I got that swimmer's body and all. Flip flap, flip flap, flip flap.
Let's go flip
flap. Hold on, I want to go swimming. Should I bring some snacks?
So beautiful woman. I love
She's cracking up with the faces I'm making because I have to act like I have no teeth, so I'm trying to make these lips.
You got no teeth of us.
This woman is beautiful. You people don't hear a woman.
Suffering succotash.
She is gorgeous.
Was that British? British accent, hilarious. Did I do that? British accent.
Okay, that's all right.
Oh my god.
Say bonjour. Let's go.
Bonjour. I can't do that.
Okay.
Oh man. So, any questions? Sound like the guy off BritBox? I don't know who that is. Any questions? I love snacks. Oh, what kind of snacks can we get?
Huh.
Wait, just make sure they're soft because I've got no teeth. Oh, 6 sizzling sausages. All right, hold on. You're gonna make me laugh before doing it. All right.
Yo, it is
Fix-
my pleasure
wait,
to
fix-
sit in your company.
Fix
and
fizzling
I love
sausages.
you.
Listen, wait, this is funny. Fix fizzling. Wait, what'd she say? It was Maggie. 6 sizzling sausages. Okay. 6 sizzling sausages.
Let's go, lady. Oh shit!
Wait a minute. I can't breathe.
Fucking assholes. Man, okay. We're surrounded.
Oh my
That's
god.
right. We make choices.
Seriously, my stomach, I really can't breathe. I'm laughing too hard.
That was good.
Oh, that big stomach I got, so it must be full of a whole lot of air.
Let's go, stomach.
Guys, I told you, I can make the fat joke. I'm not even kidding. I can make the fat joke. I'm usually the first person to do it.
Hey.
So, saying I'm fat, do you actually think you're telling me something I don't know?
That's the best question in the world.
Yeah.
It
And
really
by
is.
the way,
It's
George, I've
rhetorical.
always been bigger
It's
than you.
rhetorical. Let's go rhetorical.
I mean, come on. I'm 5'10". I've always been bigger than you. I was bigger than you at 2 years old. God. Yeah. And she referred to me swimming in the womb.
Well, we do that.
There's a question. Other than germ, have you ever seen a ball sack bald spot like germs? Is it a wear and tear spot? Oh my god, it was so funny. No, wait a minute. No. Actually, he's showing off his bald spot because he's trying to do that because he's mocking my husband, right? But he's mocking my husband and lying. I mean, my husband does not have a hairline that starts in the middle of his head.
Yo, that son of a bitch better.
So
keep
he's
his mouth
showing
shut.
off his, so it's like, he's not bothered by his own. Yeah, he is, and his does look like a butt. Actually, he came out and goes, it does look like an ass. I'm like,
whatever. It
like, that's his problem. I'm like, I could care less.
Son of a bitch.
I'm bringing snacks in my ho-hos. Oh, don't forget.
Let's go.
Connor Shoe, don't forget the ho-hos.
And the Twinkies. We need more Twinkies.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm gonna pee.
Yeah, I know.
I'm joking, guys. If I had to pee, I'd excuse myself. Where is Robbie?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I hear you, Robbie.
Please talk. Please talk. I want to hear your voice.
We need more Twinkies.
What?
We need more Twinkies.
I want to.
Oh, you got no. Hold on.
I need some more Twinkies.
Hold on, Scooter. You got no teeth.
I want some more Twinkies.
You got. Oh my god, we sound like we million like red booty or something. I don't know. Devil dog. Hold on. I found devil dog. Kid said devil dog. I found devil dog. What? I can't have devil dog.
Okay.
How can Gabe sleep when Jeannie's laughing so loud? I know, you can hear her down the block.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Okay.
But you know
Down the block? Hell, I can hear her all the way down in Bushnell.
Now, here's the thing. Some people are wearing earbuds. So if you are that loud, it's like super loud.
Oh, please excuse me. I'm so sorry.
She doesn't realize,
I'm
guys.
so sorry.
You do you. I'm not into golden showers, but thank you for sharing. I know it says Sarah, but don't know how to spell it. What? What are we looking for? Make these sound bites.
Is it in a nanosecond?
Fooder.
Oh, my stomach hurts from laughing.
Fooder.
That's a good feeling.
Fooder, you hear me, damn it? Where's Robbie? Did Robbie take himself out of the equation for the moment?
He went inside for a minute.
Okay. He went outside for a minute? Where are you?
We're outside. He went inside.
Oh, okay. Tell me, damn it, I need to know. I'm just kidding. Are you saying you're a squirter? Oh my God, Jeff, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's inappropriate. That's totally inappropriate. Don't you
Oh my
bring that
God.
shit up.
But no, I said, you said hooter. No, I said boner. Wait, I can't even do it now. I'm laughing. Hooter. Wait, I can't even do it.
It's okay, Lee. Do your best.
What's that? You want some Hooters?
I know.
Oh,
I don't want Hooters. I go big ass fucking Hooters. Don't you know how huge I am? I'm fucking huge. Oh my God.
I'm telling you.
Oh my
This is a
God.
good feeling.
This is so stupid, but
Yeah,
it's
I
funny
know,
as
but
hell.
I like it. It's a good feeling.
Look, I'm kind of worried about Pebs. Now. Wait, why? What's wrong with Pebs? What? Am my undies are clean? Whoa, what is she talking about? At least our undies are clean. I don't know. Oh my goodness.
She's the queen of hearts.
Well, you know what? We have more people here than on the average tonight. They must have wanted to hear what I had to say about German is talking about my dog and mocking me and whatnot. But I hope you had fun. I know there's a lot of trolls here, and that's okay. Have fun with that. But yeah, I'm letting you guys know right now. There's no more. There's no jokes about any of this. I always told you guys that there will be accountability held, and it's time. It's time. It's reached that time frame. So, Lisa Germ's chat was saying your chair was disgusting and you messed it. I messed in my chair. My chair was disgusting. Because there was a towel on it. The towel. What?
That's all we can do. We laugh about it because it's bullshit.
Oh,
it's all bullshit.
No. You know that
awesome.
blue towel that was out here?
Oh yeah.
Okay, it was on the chair.
Yeah.
And the chair it was an old chair. Why do you think I got a new chair, peoples? I got a new chair, but that chair had ripped leather on it. And so I covered it to sit on. There's no disgusting anything in the chair to sit on. I don't pee myself, poop myself, or any kind of crazy crap like that. So these people are just lying and saying a whole bunch of shit just to crack jokes or whatever.
I'm not happy, people. I'm not happy. These people need to get together and know that they are bad people.
Yeah.
But
and by the way, I don't have issues like leakage that a lot of people do have. I don't have that either. At least that's the best. Thank you, Mindy. I'm not the one needing the depends. It's Pebs. I come in peace. I swear. I just wanted to say hi. Hello, Georgie.
Very nice.
Anyway, so yeah, no. Do I have a towel? Am I sitting on a towel here?
I don't believe.
I know I'm not sitting on a towel.
You are not sitting on a towel.
Here's the thing. This isn't even leather. This chair, by the way, what I'm sitting on. So I guess if I mess myself, I should have a towel underneath me. Otherwise, wow, this chair would be nasty.
They are delusional. They are delusional.
Oh my God.
Oh, don't make me make a tutu for myself.
No. Okay. No tutus.
Okay.
No tutus. By the way, you were here the first night we did the Loofah-mobile.
Yeah.
You and Sweet Cheeks were the ones who created the first loofahs.
Yes, tutus. You need a tutu out of loofahs.
She did make a tutu out of loofahs.
I bet. Yeah.
She made a tutu out of loofahs. She made a hat and put a band around it. a mini loofahs. Yeah, trust me, we had fun with that shit. Miss Lori, do you want the towel when me and Ty get Lisa's chair?
Good.
That's hilarious. By the way, Georgie, you know you're gonna get shit for being in here, right? I am the great Cornholio. I need TP for my mom.
Oh, let's go, TP.
Oh my God. Sometimes she's too much, guys.
I love that.
I know this. I know this.
Yes, please excuse me. But I love that.
I can't control it.
I love that.
Oh my God. Oh, you know what would be funny? No, you know what would be really funny is watching Germ or George try to make your laugh a part of their thing and mock your laugh. That would be hilarious.
I would kill those. Oh, I killed nothing. Okay.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Those people need to take a time out, and I'm not happy with it.
It's fine.
Okay.
I got a first towel, no lipstick here. Oh my god. Leave a piss, save a pad, ride a horse, save a cow. Tomato.
Yes.
What? I don't cover it anymore. Yes, it's the same Georgie, yes. But she doesn't claim, sorry. She's not covering it anymore. That was hilarious, man. Oh my god. Your cackle is just really.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. My mother even told me, she said, Ginny, please, I hate your life. And I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry, but it just became that way.
I hope apologies were made. Yes. It's all good. What was I thinking? Thank you. It is all good. Miss Lori, me and Todd need the money up front to get Lisa's chair. Oh, now John Cabs is requesting funds to steal my chair.
Ain't nobody stealing your chair.
Anyway, let's not fight in here, guys.
We're not fighting. We are having a conversation.
Yes, she did. She did apologize to me. She did. Hey, look, all I'm going to say, and I'm not saying that like she's seen the truth or something like that. All I'm going to say is that sometimes people's eyes are open to certain things that maybe they didn't agree with, or maybe they do. I don't really know a wholeheartedly reason, but Georgie's not causing a problem here. She's not covering Hales anymore. If she wants to, like I saw what Michelle just said, so if she wants to talk to Michelle, she can talk to Michelle if she wants to. They're just trying to, right, I understand. What was I thinking is just asking, because a lot of people, like, when we see certain people come in here, we know that they had or are on a different narrative or side, not sign. They question what the intentions are, and I understand that completely because I even do that too. It's our money after hurt and how we've been destroyed, and I understand that too. There's Georgie. I backed away and no longer have interest in any of the drama. There you go. That's what she says. So, and she's not causing any drama here. So, anyhow, let's see. Okay. So, hey, Robbie, you there?
Yeah.
Where the hell were you, man? I was looking all over for you.
You were looking? You didn't look very hard.
You didn't look very hard.
I was calling for him.
Yo, Scooby-Doo, let's go.
Len.
What are you doing?
Eating.
Oh. Are you stuffing your face?
Yeah, because fat guys got to eat too, you know.
Soft food.
You know what I actually had before I ate anything?
What?
Did I just say that before I ate anything? What I had before I ate anything.
Yeah, you did. You said that. That's all
I
right.
did say that. Okay. What I said or meant to say was I had peanut butter and jelly. I had a freaking peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yes, you did.
I
It was
did.
a beautiful
It was an amazing peanut butter and
sexy
jelly
as hell.
sandwich.
It was a nice.
I just had about 2 pounds of tater tots with sandwich on top of it.
You know, they say I look like a tater tot. Huge tater tot.
I gotta go. I gotta go home. I can't.
And then cheese on that.
We have soft foods for our notificers.
Scooty destroyed right in. Oh my god. Hey, Chris, you're not even gonna believe this. Jules got that chicken and in one setting destroyed.
Yeah.
Totally destroyed. I don't know what you did to that chicken, man, but she went to town on that chicken. And
We're gonna
usually
glue it back together.
yeah, the other chickens that she had lasted quite a while, but that chicken, I don't know what you did to it. It's gone.
It came in two
Debs,
pieces. It was easy for her to get.
that guy's got to eat.
One tooth missing now in the front. Oh my god! Now Mike Johnson has one tooth missing in the front.
Hey, listen, my teeth. Can I tell you about my teeth? My teeth look like shit. I'm 50 now, so.
Lisa, do short, fat Italian guys like me count? Do one about me. Do one about me. Short, fat Italian guys. I don't know. I'm not gonna make fun of short, fat Italian guys.
Yeah. What's the purpose?
I can make fun of.
I mean,
tall,
we can say Mario, Luigi.
You're an idiot. I've been into court on the common. My tooth broke. You know, that is, I guess, a better reason than having your dog bop you in the nose or in the chin. You know. Hey, look. We all have issues. We've all had teeth broken. I know a couple of people who have teeth broken. I know people that have fake teeth. I know people who, everybody's things happen. I know people who've had to have their teeth removed because of serious illnesses that had nothing to do with their teeth. And hopefully that doesn't happen to them since they have such an issue with it. So I know people who are overweight. Why do you think that, like, for instance, when someone's mocking someone who's overweight, and they themselves are, okay, there's a reason why I know something would bother them, okay, or there's a reason why I know something is there. What?
Facts.
What, Robbie?
Facts.
Guapo, guapo, guapo.
Oh, what's up, Guapo? But there's a reason why I know, and that's how I knew to call it out a certain way, and that's fine. But the thing is I know you can't sit there and mock someone who's overweight. You think they don't know? You think they don't look in a mirror? Let me tell you something. There's people that are overweight. There's people that are obese. There are people that want to lose 10 pounds. There's people that have been doing anything they can to gain weight. Okay, so it's like to sit there and make fun. I make fun of myself, so I can always make the fat joke. So that's fine. What's up, Richard? What's going
up,
on,
Richard?
Rich?
I'm sorry with you.
I have nothing to say
I don't
about
see anyone fat there.
Fuck that.
What do you think that is?
I see a beautiful woman. I see a beautiful woman, and that's all I see.
They had information I wanted to prove they didn't know, which is what I did. What I did. Okay. MP, I just told. Okay. Well, if you guys want to chat like that, then I don't know. Lisa, say mirror again, please. Too cute.
Done.
In what way? My toothless way or mirror? What?
There's no smoking mirrors.
Mirror.
You are not a smoking mirror.
Look in the mirror. I have mirrors.
You are not a smoking.
I have one big ass mirror to get in my fucking.
Look in the mirrors.
I got a big ass mirror right by my front door. I see myself every time I walk out of that thing. And I got a big tall one right next to my bed.
And if you look in a smoking mirror, you're fooling your own self.
But in this house, I do not have those mirrors on the ceiling. I must say, they are not on the ceiling.
Yet.
No, I'm not going to put them on the ceiling here. My ceilings are too fucking high. I ain't bothering with that. You want to come over and put them up?
Nope.
Okay.
My ceiling's got a swing hanging from it.
All right. I don't know what's going on now, but Richard, what is happening? Yeah, I want to see more Guapo videos. I haven't seen any Guapo videos. Is it because I'm not looking, or
Bandera.
I'm sending a filing on my case with Jared. I'm the only one left. The only one left? Isn't Michelle still in the case? Or are you saying that because hers is out of state right now? Can't wait to hear now. Soccer then messed up bigly. Did he?
How are you?
Oh my god, tell me! Oh, he's got this. He's gonna run circles around him now.
Agreed, Don.
Yeah, she's stayed. So yeah, technically he's the only one left. And she'll get dismissed from it too. Because I think in the Fed too, the only thing that's allegations against her is conspiracy, just like John, right? So, hey Lisa, I saw this famous guy in the Villages today at Home Depot. Ask Robbie about it. Oh God.
Don's entitled to his opinion.
Please don't tell me it was Germ.
No, seriously.
Who is the famous guy in Home Depot today?
Oh God.
Let me know. Let me know right now.
Who was it?
Oh.
Who was it? Are you okay? What's going on over there?
I'm fine.
Who was the guy in Home Depot?
No one.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
This is the new
say
complaint.
We say nothing.
Did the judge respond to the third thing yet? I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about that.
Skip. No, I'm skipping.
Are we skipping this? We're not discussing who the famous person was?
No, there was no famous person.
Then what is he talking about? He said you met a famous person, or Chris met a famous person.
I didn't.
Oh.
So I was pretending.
He was acting like Jeremy always did with me.
Oh. So Robbie, I need to know, like, when he called you and left you a message, did he ever say anything like, you know, hey, it's Jeremy Hales, believe it or not?
No, never, because I'm much more famous than he ever will be.
I know, right? He hates that. He absolutely hates that.
Yep. He can get over it. Son of a bitch. Oh boy. Okay.
Easy.
I know.
So you did go to Home Depot. Bopi and I are in disagreement about what to do with Jeremy's case. I want to lead into the poem on that. Rich, you want a link? Hold on. Keeps just saying to give Rich a link. Hold on. No, everyone else is not going to have fun with Germ. Alright, let's see.
Is that a members only thing?
No.
Oh, well, I don't know what
Alright, hold on. Hold, please.
What are we holding on to?
Hold an orange.
I gotta quit holding it. It's gonna keep swelling.
There's always something in the orange.
Robbie.
What?
Press. I said Robbie. Press.
There's always something in the orange.
Alright. There you go, Rich. We gotta check Rich's back screen and stuff.
Absolutely.
Lisa, can we please take a moment and pray for the 8 children who lost their lives? Oh my goodness. Prayers.
Yeah, prayers up. That was horrible.
Prayers up. I don't even know what happened. Oh my God, I don't even know I could read it out loud, Rich.
Did you send Rich a link?
Yeah. In Slidell, Louisiana. What happened? I didn't even hear about it.
A shooting.
Oh no. Was it what tell me what happened?
I'm not going into it. Look it up and you decide if you want to talk about it.
Okay. All right. Well, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. 8 children lost their life to domestic violence. Wow. Oh my God. That's terrible.
It was domestic violence, and it's
Oh my God, they were his own kid. Oh my God.
9 chins is on.
just 9 chins.
Oh my God. Prayers out for this family, and I can't even imagine that. That is terrible. Wow. Wow. Sorry.
Debs, that's not true.
Exactly what was I thinking? You know, and when speaking of that, just when I was talking to the sheriff, I literally was just like, you know, I told him about the case in court that was dismissed, and ever since he's becoming more and more unhinged. I just don't know how far he'll go. I mean,
Exactly,
he's
God.
dangerous, and I have no idea between him and his minions and his little followers that like have sent me notes about how they have gun permits and stuff, and people driving by my house and filming and stuff. I have no idea how far he'll go.
Yo, listen here, Germ. Hear my words. You threaten my. Okay. Sorry. Okay. All right. Sorry.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Anyhow. So where's Rich? Rich is going to tell us what he's going to do in court or what he did or what he's filing.
Oh, okay, Pebs.
Lisa, Charles, Lisa, I'm so cool. You are starting stuff like that. Is it you? You potentially already stop him from inciting others too. It's already in the works. Good night. Oh, well, good night, Edie. I hope everything's okay. My ear's popping. What's up with that, Robbie?
Prayers. It's the pressure because we got a cold front coming
again.
Thank God, it was already starting to get too hot. It was like 90 degrees. Yeah, Robbie, you all need to come to Lisa's tomorrow. We are going to one of the pools to go swimming.
Yeah, right. I got work to do.
Oh.
If you want to go swimming, you just go in Tebow's.
Yeah.
Although I'd love to hang out with Tebow, I think I'd rather go to the local pool. Richard! Hey, what's going on? I can't hear you.
He's probably reading the link.
No, he's here. But his mic's not working, I don't think. Hold on. Yeah, his mic's not working. I see his mouth moving. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna swim with Tebow. Thank you. That's kind of what I think. I mean, if I can get a good selfie with him, I think it'll work.
100%.
98 today. Oh my God, that's hot. That's hot. What you doing?
Wash my cup up. So there's no dishes in the sink because bitches do the dishes. And I'm gonna
Bitches do. Oh, okay. Hold on, I got popped out. Rich. Okay, he came in. He's under another one. What's up, Nikki?
Let's go, Nikki.
Okay, he's having issues, I think. Technical issues.
Okay, stand by.
Oh.
Yeah.
But caused a ruckus in chat. I sincerely apologize for it. Not my intentions at all. No, I don't believe you came in here to do that. It's all good. It's all goody.
Oh shit!
I don't know what happened to Rich.
Went
Just
back
disappeared.
on.
Sent floating heart for 10 jewels. Yay, Skippy girl.
I agree with Dot.
Guess what, buddy?
I have to say something.
What do you have to say now?
Seriously, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I'm draining, but I have to let the people know that your dog is the most upstanding dog in the world.
My dog is amazing.
Okay.
Both my dogs.
All right.
All my dogs have always been amazing.
Yeah. I just needed to say that. I don't want anybody threatened.
Dare I mention my other dog's name and let's see if he has a fit with that?
Yeah.
Which one?
Georgie.
Hmm.
Never apologized to me. My name came out of her mouth. Fuck that.
There you go. Rich, you there? No, I still can't hear you. Is it just me? Can anybody else hear him? No, I'm talking to Rich. I can't hear you. I see your lips moving. I can't hear anything. Robbie, can you hear Rich? Robbie?
No.
Yeah, because
Robbie.
Can you hear me now?
I got kicked out because
Here you
Richard.
are.
All right, there it is. It was just messed up. I had to fix my settings. Okay. I'm here. Hello.
And now Robbie's gone. What happened?
Oh, no. Well, look, I'll tell you, I have to do the most important thing first. Ready?
Okay.
There we go. There we go. All righty. So, to let everybody know what's going on, first and foremost. So, I have a little glitch with my YouTube account. So, my business account, the Luthman News, for my that is knocked out for the time being because of a mass reporting. Part of it is Germ, part of it's Dinesh, and part of it's some other people. They hit me with like 15 copyrights at once.
Is yours on your phone?
And got my channel knocked out. Then I put the counters in, and like all 15
It shows them in there, but I can't hear anything.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Robbie, go out and come back. Oh, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you?
Hello? Here, I'm going to text
I
him.
can't hear Richard. I can't hear
He's
Lisa.
talking over you. Hold on. Yeah, something's going on tonight. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's YouTube. Although Robbie always has the I can't hear thing and always has to pop back. But
They can hear us.
something's
We got
been
no
going
sound.
on. Okay, I leave and come back.
I can't hear.
Because he's just going to talk over you. Sorry, Rich.
It's okay.
All right. He did. He left. Okay. So go ahead.
So I basically I have two issues going on,
Right.
and the issues are that I got hit with like all these copyrights, and then I got hit with all these privacies at the same time, like violations. And so I already got to the people in YouTube, and they're looking at it right now.
Right.
But they saw that like they've already told me like, okay, give us a second. It'll probably be this week that I'll get the Luthman News back up. But it's just a pain because I had 15 or so that I had to put in the copyright counter requests for.
Right.
And then they were all Dinesh stuff. Dinesh doesn't like the fact that he's losing his case in Florida. In the Middle District Court, and so he's losing his case where he's suing people, he's trying to get like millions of dollars out of them and shake down the insurance company. And Jeremy was helping him down there, and also I'm suing him. I'm suing him for calling me a pedophile. He called me a pedophile, which is not very good, and it's very bad. It's defamatory. So so they hit that account, and so this is my personal account, obviously, Richard Luthman. But the other one is my Luthman News. It's my news dissemination. It's my livelihood, basically. I'm a journalist, and if I'm going to be on YouTube, that's where my stuff is. So I'm just gonna play. I'm playing the ball game with these people. I'm actually, I've met a nice couple of people actually. Going back and forth with them on the email and everything. So it's good. So they're I'm giving them all the opportunity that they want to do it. And what I started doing on all my videos is I started putting disclaimers on all my videos to show that it's the EDSA for YouTube, the educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic. and some of it falls into all the categories to a certain extent. But it's journalism, and I started doing music now too. Parody songs and everything else, satire, full blown satire. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So that's one thing. Second thing is, all you guys are out. I feel alone now. In the Jeremy Hales case. So Volpe and I did a show the other day, and that's on this channel, my YouTube channel. That my personal is the Rich Luthman. It's at Rich Luthman. And I did say that Jerm's helping Dinesh. Jerm and Dinesh are talking to each other. He admitted it on several of his things on his channel. So I get to do discovery in the Dinesh case about all his conversations and all his lawyers' conversations with Jerm and with Jerm's lawyers. Turner Incolas and Shockett and all those people. So that's going to be part of my case that I have going on down in Fort Myers. And now this case that's still going in the Northern District. Everybody's going to be out of it except for me. And they just filed this third amended complaint. And me and Volpe did the show the other day where we talked about how the case is over as a matter of law because of one of the most famous Supreme Court cases that I think a lot of people have heard about. A lot of people have seen the movie, The People versus Larry Flint.
Yeah.
And so that's based on Hustler Magazine versus Falwell. Hustler Magazine's Larry Flint's magazine, and Jerry Falwell is the preacher. And basically, there was a very, total Larry Flint, over the top, bombastic, satire about Jerry Falwell's first time. I believe he tried to insinuate that Jerry Falwell's first time was with a farm animal, and he publishes it in Hustler Magazine, and they did this and they did that. And it gets all the way, they sue each other for defamation, copyright infringement. It gets all the way to the Supreme Court. And that case stands for the very simple proposition that no matter how emotionally distressing it is, satire of a public figure is not defamatory. It's protected by the First Amendment, no matter how emotionally distressing you feel it may be. And so that's what we have in a nutshell in the amendment that Jerm has filed in his case. Jerm turned around and he filed this request for a third amended complaint, and the third amended
way past the deadline.
Well, there's no deadline for me and Michelle in the sense that we weren't taken out of it yet. So he's put into the third amended complaint, and he's dropped the Palomop. He's dropped the ecosystem claims, the anti-Hales ecosystem. The only thing that's left is the Florida revenge porn statute. He's arguing that.
What I don't understand though is Hinkle told him if you're going to file a third complaint, it needs to be an amended complaint. It needs to be in by April 2nd.
Well, that's going to be one issue that I'm going to be talking about.
Right.
But that he's wasn't timely with it, and the court might even do that as well. But listen, I'm at the point where it's this. I have a case law. The People versus Larry Flint case, Hustler Magazine versus Falwell, that basically says that the core claim that he's making now, that he and Megan Fox and everybody else is so distressed by a satire video that I made. Everybody's watched it. It's clearly satire. It's not revenge porn. He said that it emotionally distressed him so much that he deserves $375,000 worth of damages. Now I'm covered on 6 or 7 different levels. One, the law covers me. Number 2, he's not going to get a penny out of me. I got the government wants money out of me before they're going to get their money before Jerm gets his money. So it's he's tilting at windmills. So it's what I think of this as is like in football when somebody jumps off sides, you get a free play. And I'm thinking that this case turns into a free play for me. Volpe says you should just talk about the Hustler case right away, and you should get the case dismissed and make the case be over with. But I'm thinking, if I have that in my back pocket and the court has to recognize that at a certain point, let's let this court be what it's been the whole time and just delay and create Palomop and everything else, and let me have some fun with Jeremy Hales at this point, right? I'm actually going to respond to the court and say, you know what? I think that everything that Jeremy Hales wants to do is great. I want to create more content for myself. I've watched him for several years use his lawsuits to make content and videos and everything else, and I want to do the same thing as Jeremy Hales. So, Judge, I don't want you to dismiss anything. I want to go to discovery. I want to get all sorts of materials from him and the people that are around him, and I want to have shows about it. I want to be like Shizzy Wisnuts and Jay Jip and all the rest of them and just read the things that Jeremy Hales produces. and read them on the air and do all that stuff. I think that might be a lot more fun. Volpe's like, no, just make the case go away. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, why don't I just ask him for discovery and file motions for sanctions and have all the fun stuff that we're going to do. So I'm thinking about doing that. You watch the show and I talk about it that I have with Volpe, but that's really what I'm playing with in my mind here. And just have him have to deal with me for the next 4 or 5 years just in litigation. And cause it, he'll be costing himself a lot of money because he's going to pay Shaka to do it. Shaka's not going to do it for free. And then even if he gets $1 million judgment against me, he's never going to collect it. So it's going to be a lot of fun for me. No downside. In between, I'll be able to have fun. I'll be able to make decent content. It is what it is. It's like a free play for me. But what I do is I sent you something, and I'll put it up here if you want me to put it up here. But let me see if I have it here. Let's see. From my computer, I'm going to do the thing from my side. Let's see, Jeremy Hales, and this is the motion to amend. Now, I'll send this over here to you, and you'll see what it is. It's actually pretty straightforward. It's only like 2 pages long, and when you do the, it says it's processing. Okay. Do you have to click something, Lisa, or what? Did you see it? Oh, hold on. Let me make it work again. Oh, here it is. All right. So this is, some of you might have seen this. Before you do a motion, and actually go down to the bottom. I think his first email is on the bottom. Go all the way down.
I'm not supposed to be doing
It's
the
mine.
email,
I'm the one in control. Here it is.
Yeah.
So the very bottom of this page, Tuesday, April 14th, Shock at Law Group. He says, we are writing to you as the law firm representing plaintiff Jeremy B. Hales in the above referenced case. We do not represent you. Nothing in this email should be considered legal advice to you. If you have a question on how to respond to this email about your rights, you should consult with an attorney. And basically, the Northern District of Florida Local Rule 7.1 requires attorneys to confer in good faith with opposing parties before filing most motions. And we all know this. You had to do this, Lisa, before. We have to confer with the guy you send the email back for. This email fulfills that requirement. That's what he says. We are writing to inform you that plaintiff intends to file a motion asking the court for permission to file a third amended complaint and ask whether you consent to oppose or take no position on this motion. Please respond within 24 hours. Thank you. And so this is my response to his what's called a request to meet and confer. And you have to do a meet and confer. It's a court rule, local rule 7.1b. Okay? And if you don't meet and confer, you have a big problem. The big problem is that the court tells you go back and meet and confer. I'm dismissing your motion, but it's called without prejudice, right? Meaning that you can bring it again and we'll deal with it on the merits, meaning we'll deal with what you say in the motion, but you have to actually confer with the other side first.
Right.
So I get shocked at this.
This I saw.
I said this back to Shockett on the 15th, right? On the 15th of April. That was 5 days ago. Mr. Shockett, your April 14th, 2026 email does not satisfy the meaningful conference requirement of Local Rule 7.1b of the Northern District of Florida, right? And this is what it says in the rule. The rule is explicit. An email or other writing sent at or near the time of the filing of the motion is not a meaningful conference. So my whole argument is, look, he didn't confer with me meaningfully on this third amended complaint, and the whole thing has to go. And I say it right here. I say your message sent contemporaneously with your stated intent to file a motion and demanding a response within 24 hours falls squarely within what the rule expressly rejects. It is not a conference. It is a notice of intent to file. So if that email that he sent that I just read is him telling me, oh, I'm going to file this. And it really is not going to matter what I said back to him or not, because it's his notice of intent to file. And he did that to you, Lisa. He did that to Rob. He did that. He just does like a machine gun. He just shoots it back into the court. And that is actually, it violates the court rules. It's very, very clear it violates the court rules. And I cited a whole bunch of case law. I said courts within this district routinely reject such perfunctory efforts, meaning that when he doesn't really try at all to conference with you, the court's going to reject it. And I cited a whole bunch of cases. The Williams case, in fact, email exchanges are insufficient where no substantive discussion occurred. That's what we have here. He didn't discuss anything with me. I had the all assets rejecting cursory written communications as non-compliant. That's what we had, cursory communications. And the Gonzalez case, requiring good faith substantive conferral, not perfunctory contact. And this is what this is. This is perfunctory contact. He didn't ask me anything like that would resolve the issues, that would make it so we didn't have to file the motion, that we could resolve the case. And I said it to him. Your own filing underscores the problem. You certify conferral by email, yet no actual discussion, negotiation, or issue resolution effort occurred. This is precisely what Rule 7.1b prohibits. So this rule's in place. Why did the court put it in place? Because the courts don't want to deal with this crap. You saw how long it took for them to get out with basic decisions. They have lots and lots of cases, and if the parties can confer, then there's a good chance that they can try to resolve the issues. But if they shoot this stuff in without conferring, that's just making it harder on the judges and on the courts. So I say this very clearly. Lutheran seeks to comply with the rule in good faith and to actually resolve or narrow issues before motion practice. To that end, I am available for a meaningful in-person conference which the rule expressly encourages. And then I say the most important part here. Given the history of mischaracterized communications, a clear and reliable record is required. An in-person meeting at a mutually agreed neutral location is appropriate to ensure transparency and avoid further disputes over what was said. Why is that important? Because I just had Hinkle before saying that we can't copy the court on emails, so I can't make a record in writing. So I can't confer with Mr. Shockett in writing over email because the records could always be manipulated if the court's not on the emails. That's number one. Number two, I can't confer with him over the phone because in Florida, it's a two-party consent state. And it's actually a crime if you tape somebody and they don't want to consent to it. And he's not going to consent to being taped. So the only thing we have left is an in-person conference. I have to go meet him in person. And you have every right to wear a body camera when you go and meet in person. Right? So I'm going to go just like cops do and wear a body camera up there. A cop could walk in and they could have a body camera on. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm going to be like a cop. I'm going to have a body camera on. And I'm also going to have my people with me. I'm going to have helpers, and I talk more about that. But we have an agenda at the conference that I want to discuss with my helpers. And it'll be the lack of personal jurisdiction and defective service. And I say the claims against Luthman suffer from fundamental service defects that cannot be cured by amendment at this stage. What does that mean? That means that under the federal rules, you have, I think, 90 or 120 days to serve somebody once you assert the claim against them. The claim that he asserted against me is this claim under the revenge porn, right? He said I did a revenge porn. And he already said this back last July when he amended. Remember he made that amendment last July, Lisa? Yes. So he did that. It's like 9 months later. He's had 9 months to serve me on this claim, and he actually has not served me personally. He tried to serve my dad. He tried to do this. He tried to do that. He tried to serve me through the Secretary of State saying I was evading. And it's clear that I've been not evading service. So we have to have that issue resolved, number one. Number two, there's a subject matter jurisdiction issues, right? That's called threshold jurisdictional objections, including enforceability of prior dispute resolution agreements. So this is two issues, right? Issue one is the case and controversy requirement. In federal court, in order to have me in federal court, there has to be diversity of citizenship. So Jeremy's from Ohio, and I'm from Florida. We have that. But you need to have $75,000 worth of damages. He's claiming that a video that was placed on YouTube and Substack and some other places has cost him over $75,000 worth of damages. And yet his complaint that he has doesn't detail it out. The same way that in the complaint that was dismissed against you and Robbie and everything else, he didn't detail how he was harmed. And Hinkle and Bolitho went into that. He didn't detail how he got to the harm. Well, he hasn't detailed $75,000 worth of harm to him. He hasn't said that people stopped talking to him, the specific people that stopped talking to him, the contracts that he had with them, the value of those contracts, the amount of money that he lost because of a video that I made that allegedly hurt him. So we have a subject matter jurisdiction issue there to get it into federal court. The second subject matter jurisdiction issue is the one that I really like, and that's the Arbitration Act, the Federal Arbitration Act of 1925. And Jeremy has accepted the trial by combat offer that we made to have a fight to the death. And so that divests the federal court of jurisdiction. So if me and Jeremy go to fight to the death and I kill him, then that's where this has to go. We've already agreed to take it outside the court and subject it to alternative dispute resolution, which will be a situation where me and him are going to duel to the death, hopefully. That's what I want to do. I want to actually take knives and I want to stab him as many times as I can. So that's if the court allows it, then I'm going to ask. That's the request that I'm going to make of the court. I'm not talking about violence because it's not violence if it's court sanctioned. You have to understand for those purposes. Okay.
Yeah, but you really think the court's going to sanction that? Do you really think they're going to do that, Rich?
Well, we have to go over the issue, don't we? And if it's not, and the way the courts talk about it is, if the court won't sanction me stabbing him to death, or him trying to stab me to death and failing, then what they can do is they can sanction something that's lesser than that. They could say we have to do paintball, or we have to do tic-tac-toe, or we have to do tiddlywinks, or we have to do cornhole. We have to have some type of contest. The whole idea of the agreement was for us to have some type of contest outside of the court to decide who's the greater man. And I'm a much greater man than he'll ever be. He's a little wimp. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to prove that I'm a greater man in the way that I want to, in some type of contest, some type of trial by combat. So the court has to rule whether or not we get that. And the court doesn't say that the contract's no good or the agreement to go to arbitration is no good. The court says you've agreed to arbitration and we'll help you set the terms. Now go do your arbitration. And our arbitration is going to be some type of trial by combat or some type of alternative dispute resolution.
Pep says no cornhole, please.
Yeah, cornhole's pretty dumb. I'd rather do darts, actually. Darts, I would kick his ass in darts. I'm pretty good at darts. But then the other part about it is the scope and viability of the proposed amendment. That's number 3. And so the scope and viability of the proposed amendment is the point about the porn statute, the revenge porn statute. Now, in order for there to be a revenge porn statute, violation, there has to be some type of intimate partner video.
Right.
And so that means that either Jeremy or Megan was previously my intimate partner, so that they're saying that I had sex with the crocodile copulator,
right?
Or his floozy. I didn't have sex with any of them, so that's out of the window. Or that I kind of did I taped them. I was standing outside a car, taping them having an intimate moment, because that's the scene that's depicted. And there is no car because that was a video of Andrew Tate in a car. It's a satire video, so it's not a real video. So that's the big issue here. They have no claim here because it's a futile claim. It has to be real. The other part about it is, in order to make it work, they have to show really severe and substantial emotional distress. And they're claiming that because I made a video with a satirical depiction of them, I've harmed them to a level that's so extreme and outrageous that they've been harmed and they can't do anything with their lives, that they're worthless people. Now, they were worthless people before, so they have a big problem trying to prove that the reason why they're worthless is me, number 1. But number 2, they can't show that the video I did, which was satire, did anything wrong to them. That goes back to the Larry Flynn case. You're allowed to do satire of a public figure. Megan Fox is a public figure. She's a journalist. She reports publicly. She injects herself out there. She's with PJ Media for many years. She's got all these followers. Hales is specifically and very much so a public figure. He has several different channels on different social media that totals over 1 million viewers or users easy. So he's a mega influencer. He's clearly a public figure, and he injects himself out there. So they're in that box where they can't be shrinking daisies, that they have to deal with it. And there's nothing that can be emotionally distressing to them that's satirical. And so I tell this to Shock It, and I tell them very basically, on no uncertain terms, unless and until a meaningful conference occurs, any motion filed will be opposed on non-compliance with Local Rule 70B1 in addition to all substantive grounds. If you are serious about complying with local rules, propose dates, times, and a neutral location for an in-person conference. Otherwise, your motion will proceed on a defective conferral record. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So the motion that was filed, I think it was filed on, it was filed this week. I think it was filed don't know, Wednesday or Thursday. And me and Mike did a show about it. That's filed in the court, and it's proceeding on what's called a defective conferral record.
It's
so
Mike and I.
Yeah, me and Mike. Mike and I, whatever the hell you say. So what we did was, what I'm doing tomorrow is I'm filing a notice of filing. I'm going to bring it to FedEx, Kinko, or UPS store, one of those places. I'm going to send it up to the Gainesville court, and it's called a notice of filing. And all I'm doing is filing a notice, and with this email attached, to say that it's a notice of filing to put this as part of the court record.
Right.
And then I'm going to respond to his motion, my opposition to the motion. I have 14 days under the federal rules, so I have till the end of the month to do it. So
doesn't he still have to serve you? No.
Well, it got filed with the court, so there's probably something in the mail that I'm going to get on like Monday, tomorrow, or Tuesday from the Gainesville court. And I'm going to actually get the paper copy of the motion. So once I get that, then I'll have to respond to it, and so I'll file and I'll respond to it. But I'm going to file this notice of filing and file this email with the court, so that when they see this, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to dismiss the motion without prejudice and tell the parties to confer. They may very well do one or two things. They may give us directives to confer, or they may even call us in. I really want them to call us in, because my intent here, and I hope Jeremy's listening and watching, is I'm bringing on armed guards with me to meet with Shockett. They're going to have body cameras on them, and they're going to be no different than any law enforcement officer in the state of Florida. I may be hiring private investigators, private detectives, not the G-Man, Robbie, not G-Man. He's not getting. But I'm going to hire some people that will come with me, and that in Florida, the Second Amendment is your right to carry, but they're going to be, licensed people. And if anything goes wrong, I need to be protected. I'm going to use the Second Amendment to protect the First. And the First Amendment is my right to petition for grievances and my right to free speech and free press. So I need protection, and that's how this is going to go down. We cannot do a written conference because it can't be clear, and he's already ignored me. It sends notices and he doesn't do conferrals. We can't do a telephonic conference because there's been no phone calls, and he won't allow it to be taped. We have to do this in person. And frankly, if we're going to go to someplace, it could turn into the OK Corral because of Randy Shockett. Randy Shockett might cause this thing to turn into the OK Corral. I don't want it to go that way. I always think, listen, the peace is always the answer. Right. But I'm always going to have somebody there with a Glock just in case. That's just what it comes down to.
Let me ask you something. Is it when he filed it? Because I saw what he was going to file. He obviously filed it. I saw the beginning, but I didn't look at the actual, like the signatures and stuff. So when he first sent that, he had said that you guys, in conferring, you guys opposed, both you and Michelle, opposed the filing of this, or the motion to amend, and it was dated the 14th, but he didn't file it until the 16th, and you guys did. Well, Michelle opposed, but you didn't oppose. You were trying to confer with him. So the fact that he filed that, did it still say that same date and said that you guys both, opposed?
Well, the court is smart enough, I believe.
Does it matter?
I think the court is smart enough to infer from my notice of filing when I file this, that there might be some issues there. I'm going to definitely bring that up in my actual opposition. I'm going to ask for a referral to the U.S. attorney and to the FBI that he perjured himself in documents. And I'm going to this is what me and Volpe are arguing about. I really want to take this and just turn this into fun. I want to have fun with just harassing this man and both these people, Jeremy Hales and Randy Shockett, and everybody that they know. I want to harass them. I want to use this litigation because they're using it to harass me. I want to harass them and make their lives miserable. I want to just take them. I want to be like the bad penny that they can't get rid of. I'm the bad penny. I'm Rich Luthman, the bad penny. That's what it's going to come down to. So,
I mean, you would just be doing the same thing that they're doing, but in reality, you're doing the right thing by questioning and holding them accountable at the same time.
Well,
for
exactly
the
right.
law, for what their correct motions, filings, procedures. You're holding them accountable, even though you're saying that what you're saying, it's going to annoy them. But you're kind of doing the Palomop thing that they were doing
I'm going to do that, and I hope it annoys them, and I hope it annoys the court too, because when the court gets annoyed, I'm going to say to the court, ask yourself the question: why is Rich Luthman in your court? Because Jeremy Hales and Randy Shockett brought him in here. I would not be in your courtroom. I would not be in your courthouse. I would not be wasting your time. You wouldn't even know my name, but for Jeremy Hales. And so that's why I'm here, and I'm going to make a mess of the goddamn place. You know, it's going to be like, you know, I've been kicked out of better places than this. You know, it's going to be like I got friends in low places. You know, blaming all my roots.
Yeah,
I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair. You know, that's
and when you're saying, like, I just want to point out, like, when you're saying harassment, you're talking about, like, with these lawsuits, because that's what he's been doing to everybody else.
I'm not going to break any laws. I'm not going to break any rules. I'm not going to do anything wrong. I'm going to go within the bounds of the law. That's why I'm hiring private security to keep me safe. And I'm not going to harass these people any more than they're harassing everybody else. But it's not harassment if it's legal process. You know?
Right.
So
that's
what I'm going to be doing.
But the good thing about it, though, is you're doing it with the law, with ethics, with the proper procedures. You know what I mean? You're you know what you're doing.
And these judges don't want to deal with it, you know. So I'm going to make them have to deal with it. That's why, like, if I file a motion to dismiss, then the case is going to get dismissed. But if I don't file a motion to dismiss and I file a motion or if I file an answer and then give a discovery request, then the case doesn't get dismissed, and I go to discovery, and then we start having discovery conferences, and we start having discovery motions, and I start getting discovery, and then all the discovery he gives me is going to end up, you know, in the public square. I'll give him all my discovery. I don't care. Like, he can't cancel me. I've been canceled already by everybody. What are they going to say that hasn't been said already? I'll send them everything. I'll send them naked pictures of myself. I don't give two shits. You know, that's just it. You know, I'll get a purple thong just for you, Germ. You know, if you want to do that, we'll do it, baby. I don't give two rat's asses. But at the end of the day, if I do it that way, then the way out of the case, then for Germ, you know, he's going to have to either try to pull it back and agree, which I won't, or we go through discovery and we exchange our discovery. He answers all my discovery requests. He answers my request for production. He answers my notices to admit. He answers my interrogatories. I get all sorts of materials. I start subpoenaing third parties like Megan Fox. We do her deposition. I get materials from her. I get from Tug. He mentioned Tug in the thing. I think he mentioned Shizzy. He mentioned some other people. I get to depose every one of them. I get document requests from every one of them. I get to do what's called the advocate witness rule. Randy Shockett is not just an advocate; he's a witness to and a party to this stuff. I'm going to say he's a conspirator, so I'm going to try to get him disqualified. I'm going to get Doreen Turner Inkelis disqualified. I'm going to make him have to hire another lawyer.
Are you going to bring up that other case that with the Griffiths and what's the other name?
No, I'm going to bring up every case that he's ever had. Anything he's ever done. I'm just going to keep on trying.
Because I think it's really odd that the cases that he's gone after with Michelle is almost identical. And he came on at a certain time in Jeremy's case when Michelle was suing him not suing him, but she was doing a temporary restraining order. That's when Shockett came in. So I think it's very odd timing, and both cases are almost identical like that. So I would definitely bring that up because all he's been doing is boggling it down. As a matter of fact, it could almost prove that he was telling Jeremy what to do. Back to back, double case, same case, you know?
That's exactly right. And so the point of the matter is, you know, whatever, I don't care. What do I care? I got nothing to lose. You know, what do I care? You know, that's just, I don't care. I really don't care. You know, and think about it, you know, I'm nobody, right? I have nothing that he can take from me. And I'm a sick enough person that I would enjoy him talking about me for the next 5 years and his whole ecosystem talking about me but the more he talks about me, more it raises my stature, right? It talks about, you know, Richard Luton, it's like a free PR for me. So think about it. He paid the filing fee, the $405 to file this case, right? I file motions. Maybe what do I pay? $10-15 to send it in the envelope. So I'll file, you know, let's say I file 50 motions. That's nothing. You know, that's no money at all. It's $500. So that's my sunk cost for getting all this free publicity. I'm going to get free publicity the next few years, and it's all over, because once these cases are in the federal court, they're all over the place. So this is great for me. This is great move. It's great content for me. It's a great content for everything else, and they say, get a hobby. This is going to be my hobby. Jeremy Hales is going to be my hobby the next 4 or 5 years, but I get to subpoena everybody else too. And some of the people that are his followers, that are like John Grems, I'll subpoena him. I'll use the legal system to quote unquote harass him a little bit. I'll go after Jay Jip. I'll go after Michelle Wolf. I'll go after Rosalind Duke. I'll subpoena all these people. I need to know what's going on with all this stuff, and I'll go as far as I need. Let him fight the subpoenas. Let them fight the subpoenas. Let me try to bring them in as third parties. Let me do what I got to do. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a lot of fun, actually, for me, because I really have nothing to lose. These people, they think that it's like, oh no, we're gonna get you. I don't care. You're wrestling with a pig. You're gonna get filthy at this point. So I'm gonna get these people filthy. I don't care. No fucks given, right? Here's the field where I sow my fucks. There's no fucks given for anybody. I don't really care. So this is actually, and that's what Volpe said. Volpe's like, just move on, get a life, do something else. I'm like, no, I don't want to. Fuck them. Everybody else decides, do that. I'm gonna be the bigger person. Well, guess what? I'm not going to be the bigger person. I'm going to be just as much of an asshole. I'm going to double down, and I'm going to teach these people a lesson. But I'm also going to teach the courts.
That is it. You would be, and you'd be using the court, and you'd be showing the court what he's doing.
Well, I want to show the court what he's doing, but I want to show the courts a weakness that they have. And I'm going to talk to the people that know the administration as well. We'll see what happens after the midterms, if there's anything that can go through. But they could probably get an amendment to the federal rules of civil procedure to kind of curtail this type of situation. But I'm going to show them how litigants that are not there to litigate about a case, but are there to create content, can waste an inordinate amount of the court's time and resources and energy, and also cause the courts, not by anything other than by being there, to cause the courts to wonder, what are these people doing that are federal judges appointed by the president, confirmed by the Senate, being arbiters of social media bullshit at the end of the day? That's what it is. This is like social media bullshit. It's a satire. It's this, that, the other thing. He hasn't been tagged as a vexatious litigator yet since all the cases, the Griffith case, the Dan Owen case, this case, that, the Fed one. There's like 6 or 7 cases. He should be a vexatious litigator and not be able to bring cases. And Shaka should be sanctioned. And, he could even be disbarred, or should be, but they're not doing that. So you have a bar association's not doing anything, and you have a courts that are not doing anything. So I'm going to teach these people what to do, and that's what I'm going to have. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it.
Is that one of the humors?
Right. Probably. Now, is it true that the bar can't investigate him while the case that they're referring to is still in court?
Yeah. So it's up. It's Randy Schock. It's in his interest to keep this thing going forever. One, he gets to bill the shit out of Jeremy Hales, and number 2, he gets to avoid going to the ethics committee. Now, the power that I have against that is I'm going to create my arguments for the advocacy witness rule, where he's both the advocate and the witness, so he can't serve as the lawyer, so he can't collect fees. Number 1, and number 2, the crime fraud exception that. Randy Schock was involved in some of the crimes and frauds that Jeremy Hales was, and therefore the attorney-client privilege gets pierced. And I get every conversation that Jeremy Hales and Randy Schock had ever had. And if I have that, wouldn't that be fun to read some of that on air, Lisa? If we have conversations about Schock and Jerm talking about all of us?
Yes, that would. That would be very interesting.
That's the point. That's what I'm going to get in Discovery. I'm going to get conversations he has talking about all of us. And so when I get that stuff, you're going to get a nice package. Robbie's going to get a nice package, all the stuff that he said about Robbie. We'll get all the stuff he said about Ray. We'll get all the stuff he said about Super Dave. We'll get all the stuff about Helm, everybody else, about Leslie. Leslie Lips, all that stuff. That's all the stuff that he said that he thought nobody would know. His conversation he thought they were going to be private are going to become public conversations. Oh, shit. And I'm going to make sure of that. That's why I want to stick around on this case. People won't understand that, and I think Volpe doesn't understand that either. It's like I'm going to get some of his most intimate conversations, some of his most private conversations. I can get all his conversations with Martha. Everything that he said to me. What?
How do you know they're recorded?
if he has an email conversation with Martha, if he has text messages with Martha, that's all stuff is all sitting on servers someplace. He probably has Gmail accounts. He has Holly and Jeremy Adventures at Gmail.
Yeah,
He has
I know,
He
man.
has a Gmail. He has all these different email accounts that they don't delete the emails at Google. When Google
I
gets hit
can't
with a
believe you
subpoena,
still
they give
have
it
her
up.
involved in this shit.
Yeah, I'm going to get years worth of emails from this guy, right? Number one, and all the people that he spoke to. And I'm going to see also if he used Jeremy and Holly Adventures or he used Jeremy B. Hales to file these YouTube complaints, right? If he filed the copyrights, he filed the deplatforming and everything else, it may give rise to me to bring more claims against him in other cases for the deplatforming. So him being present in Florida, right? I can sue him under the deplatforming law, under Florida law, in Florida court. I could make that decision to sue him in Florida court and under the deplatforming law. You make him, if he wants to remove the federal court, that's fine, but I'll sue him down here in Lee County or Fort Myers, wherever I need to sue him, Naples, wherever I got to sue him, whether it's federal court or state court. And what's he going to do about it? What's he going to do about it?
So did he file copyright against you, Jeremy himself?
He hit me with copyright claims, and I filed counters, and he didn't turn them around. But if I can show that like I'm going to get his emails, and part of the discovery I'm going to get is every time he filed a copyright claim from one of those emails, I'm going to get that in discovery. It might not be against Rich Luthman. It could have been against Lisa Lee. It could have been against Robbie. It could have been against other channels. I'm going to have a list of every claim that he's filed.
At least filed one against me.
Well, you know that. And then what I'll do is I'll go.
And I won it, by the way.
I'll go to the people and I'll ask him for the claims that he filed, and then I'm going to go to the companies. I'll go to Google and YouTube, Alphabet, and I'll ask them for their records, and they'll give them to me. And then I'll show that this guy has a that's part of his MO, because I'm going to be filing counterclaims against him. I might bring this as the counterclaim, that I bring. So I'm going to file several counterclaims against him to get all of this stuff. So this is going to be a lot of fun.
Interesting.
People don't understand how much you can get in discovery, how broad and liberal and you can get stuff, because it's made for lawyers to make money, right? So discovery is made so that they don't end discovery ever. They give you volumes and volumes and volumes, and the lawyers have to bill people to go through it all, and that's what's going to happen. I'm going to have shock, and I'm going to hand shock at everything, and have them have to go through everything and bill Jeremy for that. And they're going to give it to me, and I'm going to go through it. I'm going to enjoy going through it, and I'm going to give it to the people that need it, and I'm going to hand it out. It's going to be disseminated online. It's going to do all sorts of places. And let them try to do a protective order. That they could try to do a protective order. We'll see what happens with that, because there's a First Amendment as well. So, they're not going to be able to protect. It's only a protective order if you can't use the stuff for emotion. And so if I put some of the stuff that I get and put it in an emotion, then it all becomes publicly available information. So if I make counterclaims and all the stuff that I get shows what I'm trying to show in my counterclaims, he's done.
Right. Wow. Well, I think the good thing about it is the discovery. Yeah, obviously the discovery that you get. Because he's just threatening to constantly sue other people too. It's just going to continue on and on and on, and you'll have the evidence of pretty much everybody involved.
It's going to be a post-mortem, and if stuff starts getting destroyed, because he's probably already done spoliation of evidence. That's called evidence destruction, evidence tampering, that type of stuff. And Shock gets involved with that too, or if Jeremy or anybody else. That's going to be problematic. But the best part is this is all on YouTube. His whole world is a YouTube world. And guess what? They have some of the best record keeping at YouTube and at Alphabet and at Google. They have all the records. So it's not like this case is not going to be a records case. I'm going to get all the records from him. I'm going to get all his email. I'm going to get all his IP stuff. I'm going to get all of his complaints. I'm going to all. And if he has someone who's an account manager over at YouTube that helps him out and does this, that, and the other thing, we're going to get that person too. We're going to be able to maybe potentially bring in YouTube as a counterclaim defendant, in the sense that there are some cases that just happened in California, New Mexico, and some other places about social media liability. And I've talked about this before in your show about Section 230, where Section 230 gives large protections to these social media companies, but they've broken the Section 230 immunity, and how they've done that is what's called design defect, right? So if you have something that's designed and that it's defective, then that something is a product. You're selling a product at that point. Okay, that becomes a defective design equals product, and that's a product liability case. It's not moderation of content at that point by YouTube. They have a system and they have an agreement with all the users, the terms and conditions.
Right.
And if their system is, even if it has AI and computers and everything else behind it, their system is supposed to do certain things, and your user agreement tells you what it's supposed to do. But if there is a situation where there's mass reporting, and Jeremy Hales and his group, his cabal, games the system, and they deplatform people like Mike Volpe, who should never have been deplatformed, then that situation it's a defective back-end, defective design by YouTube. That makes the system into a product. And a defective product is actionable outside Section 230 and can be pursued on design defect grounds and on contract breach grounds. Therefore, Jeremy Hales might actually become the person that makes YouTube, cry. And before Jeremy Hales ends up, giving everything away, I have a feeling YouTube will probably deplatform him to cut their own losses. And they may very well turn and settle with me if I do this thing the right way. So that's what the goal of this is. I'm letting everybody know what I'm doing. People say, don't tell your intentions. I really could care less, because this is going to be a lot of fun. I want to get it out there and kind of market and give PR to what I'm going to be doing. I think I'm bringing YouTube into this case because I think that my counterclaims here are going to be design defect against YouTube that was motivated by Jeremy Hales' action. They were acting in concert.
I think YouTube should be brought into this case on the simple fact that look what he's doing to Lisa right now, and it is definitely in the terms of agreement where you cannot maliciously attack people, and that's what this is.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Even if it's not, he's exploiting a defect in the design of the terms and conditions and the systems in place to enforce the safety on YouTube. So the reason why we have these
so many reports on the stuff that he's put out. I mean, for over 2 years, I have reports that other people have reported, just like proof that it's done, been done, and nothing's happened. And the only thing you can come up with is because, he's got 750,000 subscribers, and he makes the money. And, why else are they leaving it all up when he's clearly going against the guidelines? His video tonight is against the guidelines. It's all about me, mocking me, threatening me.
Maliciously attacking. He's threatening. It's so many ways against the guidelines.
Yeah. And so you have a contract that says you have terms of service and agreements. It goes both ways. They can get rid of you, but in the court of law, you can get rid of them. And how you get rid of them is they have to pay you lots and lots of money, right? And so if they have a design defect, right?
Hi, Patty.
That design defect is actionable. If they have a contractual issue, that contractual issue is actionable. And the longer that my things go down and the longer that they've taken out accounts and the longer they do this, I get to show the kind of damages I have. And I don't have to go just for myself. I can ask for, because if it's a state of recklessness, right? Once you get to recklessness, not just a basic mistake, YouTube can't just be mistaken about this. They have an awareness that this happens. They have awareness about mass reporting. They have an awareness that people game the system, and they have awareness that their systems are defectively designed. That becomes something that allows for what's called punitive damages, right? I can get $1 worth of compensatory damages. I could be damaged $1, and I can get $50 million worth of punitives. And that's what this case is about right here. This case is about Jeremy Hales and YouTube being potentially saddled with $50 million worth of punitive damages once I file my counterclaims. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. Jeremy Hales, Randy Shockett, and all those people, as well as YouTube, are going to be counterclaimed against I'm not going to try to dismiss this. I'm not just going to bring my counterclaim against them and sue for $50 million. I think that's what we have to do.
Wow, I get that bond too.
But does the story, does that make sense? Does my theory make sense to you?
Yes, 100%.
It does, absolutely.
Right? The
100%.
products can be defective. If it has a defective design means it's a defective product. Right?
Yeah.
So you get every right.
I love how you're turning everything he's doing against on him, and sure, it's going to give him content, but he's going to do.
I don't think he's going to know what to do with it. He's just going to lie and make shit up about it.
I don't mind. He can say whatever he wants. That's the beauty of speech. He can give as much speech as he wants. I could care less about speech. I'm not going to stop his speech. I'm going to talk more. He can talk more. I'm going to give him all sorts of content. I'll give him all the discovery he wants, because all I need is the discovery that he's going to give me. And it's not even his discovery. It's going to be the stuff that's already at YouTube. So when I bring YouTube in, they're going to come in the case. They're a deep pocket. And given the way that the law has been going for the past few years, and these recent cases about Section 230, we're at the precipice, we're at the threshold, we're at the point of their big tobacco moment. Remember big tobacco for years? They would fight. Well, now we're in big tobacco moment where they're going to have to pay. And I think big tech is at the point where it's going to start doing pay. And I just got to get a ticket. I think this is my ticket in that ball game. At the end of the day, Jeremy and Shockett might make me a very, very wealthy person if I do this thing the right way. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to use them to make me very, very wealthy. But even if they don't, I'm still going to just have fun. I'm going to have all this content out there, and we're going to it'll be a little bit of a gossip game. We'll see everything that he's been saying about people, all the conversations he's been having. It'll be a lot of fun.
My whole thing is I don't want him to hurt people anymore, and the only thing that's going to stop him is the law in court. You know what I mean?
It's someone like Richard.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. I think the cigarette analogy is an apt analogy, right? For years, the cigarette companies, the people were getting hurt, and the biggest reason why they were getting hurt is because the cigarette companies didn't tell people that smoking was bad, right? If you go and tell somebody that smoking is bad, right, then it's a different story. You have a warning on there and everything else. But they actively hit it. You have a situation today where people engage with their digital footprint and their digital life, and you have people out there like YouTube that are supposed to be safeguarding that and allowing everybody to do that. And they allow for this subclass of people, these subhumans, I like to call them, like Jeremy Hales and Megan Fox and their whole cabal, to go and attack people in their digital footprint, their digital world. And because YouTube is related to Google, it affects every facet of your life, right? It'll affect your Google rankings. It'll affect your search rankings. It affects everything related to your accounts and the people that you talk to, anybody that's been connected to you. The algorithm is so far-reaching, we don't even know the full consequences that activities like Jeremy Hales has, given the defective design of the product that YouTube and Google have been pushing. Because you have to understand, in 3 or 4 or 5 years, it might even be sooner, when you go to the AI, right, Google's AI, they're going to be looking up YouTube as part of that. I think they already are. And if you have no YouTube footprint because you've been improperly deplatformed because Jeremy Hales has attacked you, you've created a distorted version of reality, right?
Right.
Think about Michael Volpe. Michael Volpe had a YouTube channel as a journalist for many years. And Michael Volpe had his thing deplatformed because Jeremy Hales and his cabal attacked. He had hundreds and hundreds of videos, maybe thousands, and some of them were very, very helpful to a lot of people, especially in family court, people telling their stories. And those videos, a lot of them disappeared for good because of a design defect in YouTube. He was doing journalism, EDSA, educational, documentary, scientific, artistic exception. And Jeremy Hales and his crew found the way to exploit the design defect and to affect the system. And Google and YouTube have been reckless in this. So now the stuff about Michael Volpe had put forward about all those different people that got hurt in the courts, that's not out there. That's not out there to be Google searched, and that's not going to be part of the AI. That's going to be part of anything. It's just dead. Okay, it's dead because these people killed it. They killed the truth. So we can't, as part of society, we can't have these people out there killing truth. They're terrible people, and they're killing truth. So that's the biggest issue, I think.
Well, that's what we're all about.
The biggest issue is like he got Michael kicked off, and he's doing all this maliciously attacking people constantly, and yet his channel is still flourishing. He's still making real good money at it, and it's being allowed to happen.
Yeah, this is very true, and this is something that's not right. But this is the problem that we have with this world. Do we want a real world, in the digital world, or do we want a hyper real world? And this is what I talk about a lot in my journalism and my writings. There's a vision of hyper reality that people create. It's not real, and when it confronts the actual facts, it explodes, it breaks, it's destroyed. And that's what Jeremy Hales is in a nutshell. He's what's called hyper reality, meaning that he has a constructive narrative, but when you start putting facts against the narrative, it collapses. And what we saw in the very first instance in this case is that he can't even state a claim. He can't get into the discovery part of a lawsuit because his claims aren't even plausible when you have to connect facts to them, right? What I think I want to do using the courts is to show the full, scale of how he's so unmoored, he's so disconnected from reality. And I want to show that his disconnection from reality, the design defects of YouTube, and his own activities with this cabal is so harmful. It's just to specific people, but to society at large, to create the need for punitive damages, that YouTube has to fix their design defects and fix the world of the Jeremy Hales types that are exploiting them. So I think that's going to be very helpful for the truth, be helpful for what I do as a journalist. It'll be helpful for others to try to be in a safe place. I think a world that tells the truth is a lot safer than a world that lies and that doesn't tell the truth. I think that we were promised by YouTube to have, in our terms and conditions, to have a safe place. That's trust and safety. Well, how can you trust somebody that doesn't tell the truth, or a platform that has a design defect that doesn't tell the truth? And how can you feel safe when you have a platform with a design defect that doesn't tell the truth, and a design defect that doesn't identify those who are gaming the system? I think that's simple.
Yeah. Well, I'm all for it, Richard. I know you're gonna take that case and you're gonna make them look like a bunch of clowns.
But the best part is they invited me in. Yeah, like, that's the beautiful part. I'm sitting around, I'm sitting around here in Florida, Southwest Florida, doing my thing. I go to church and I hang out during the day and I do things and I write about things and I read things but I'm like, I had no problem with these people, but they came, they started with me, so I started with them. And so they messed with the wrong one. That's what the problem is. They didn't figure this out. And there's a few people that haven't figured this out yet either.
He added you pretty quickly. I mean, he barely even knew you were out there, and just because you were with Volpe talking about him one time, he went after you because you were the one who kind of, when you were first talking, you were more vocal about him than Michael was, and he just added you. Meanwhile, because Michael's thing at first, was a lot of Megan and what Megan was doing, their friendship and everything, and he literally just threw you into the lawsuit so fast. So fast.
Well, he threw me in because I'm a prick, and I really don't care what other people think. And Mike is very, very diplomatic about a lot of things. He's a very good journalist, and he likes to, he's very cautious about stating things. I don't give a fuck. I go right over the top, I really don't care. So that's one of the reasons. And he thought I was just being a loudmouth. But when I say stuff,
well, Richard, not to interrupt you, but that's what a lot of people were saying. He's just being a smart ass, a dick, and everything. And I'll tell you right now, Rips, my lawyer, was like, this guy's a fucking genius. This is fucking, he's so smart about this. He just baited Jeremy into this. And he's like, the guy he's going to show judges what a joke this is, what a circus it is. You want a circus? You're going to get a circus. Bring me in.
Yeah.
And Rips said it. Rips called it from day one when you got involved in this. Rips was like, he's a fucking genius.
I said, what did I do? When I heard that they added Rich, I'm like, no way. I'm like, Robbie. I'm like, our day was just made. They added Rich. Sorry, Rich, but we are so excited to see you.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. That's what when you understand the courts, justice is slow and justice is expensive. Those are the two things that justice is in the courts, especially in the United States courts. Like I had something, Joey Camp's doing something right now. My buddy Joey Camp, the journalist, he's a hero journalist in Colombia. He filed something in Colombia and it took him 10 days to get a judgment. Think about that. Not to get a decision, not to get a judgment. The judgment is in 10 days. It took him. That's how long it takes down in other countries. And it's not like how it is here. It's made here for the lawyers to make money and this and that. So what you have here with this case with me is everything that they don't want in the system. Somebody that doesn't care if they win or lose, somebody that's not paying a lawyer, and somebody that knows what the hell's going on with the law. So it's like, and what are the judges going to do? It's like, what are they, throw me in jail for a year? Okay, I could do that. I could go to jail. I could stand on my head in a trash can if they want to throw me in jail for a year. You kidding me? It'd be the greatest year of my life. You know how much shit material I get for another book? Just talking to people and getting them out of cases. Now, that's what I did when I was in last time. I just had a law practice going. You don't think I'd have a law practice set up within a week and people would have their paperwork done and people would be leaving and then the U.S. attorney would call up and say, what the hell's going on with all these cases? How come people are getting out of jail?
Right.
That's what was happening last time. That's what happened last time. It was in Brooklyn and all these guys got all this stuff and it was a big problem there. They knew it was me. They couldn't do anything about it. What are they going to do? It was just, and then when it was compassionate release, people get compassionate release. It was like, what are these things going to think? They think I'm afraid. That's the thing. Then they can't put fear into somebody. What are they going to whack me? That's about all they can do at this point. I've got people trying to whack me. I'm not really too worried about these people down in Florida. I got real people up in New York and in other places that would whack me. I'm not too worried about these friggin' they're amateur hour compared to some of the people that I know. And those people are really, really bad people. They're like Russians that will friggin' and Albanians. They're out of their minds. You ever seen those kinds of people? These people are nothing compared to that. What are they going to do? It's like, come on. Jeremy Hales and Randy Schock. They're like second grade, bullies. That's all they are. They're a joke.
Absolutely. That's all. I laugh about this, and then when they tell about the court cases, I'm like, there's things I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm still laughing. Like I'm not petrified. But he thinks he's scaring the crap out of us. You know what I mean? And everybody's going to jail. It's like, for what? You don't even have evidence. You don't even bring your own folders of your court cases to Ohio where you reside, and you're in a court case for 2 years. You finally get like a hearing where there's real witnesses going to be there, and you don't bring your folder and you say you can't answer that question. You don't know it off the top of your head. You've only been talking about it for 3 years. I'm not afraid of these people. When you're threatening to come to my house, and your people are like coming by filming, taking pictures, and then, throwing their sending me images of their conceal and carry permits, and then you're saying you're 1.5 miles from my house and it's going down. That's a different story. Yeah. What are you going to do? What's going to happen in front of my house in about 5 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit out there for somebody to come and attack me. What are you referencing here? That's different. That's where I was like, you know what? This is it. I called the sheriff's office. And I don't know if you know that, but that happened literally yesterday. And I was like, I'm done. You want to threaten me and to try to intimidate? I'm not going to live in fear in my own home. I live in a private area. It's a gated community. You have to get in a gate to come in here. And there's cameras all over it. People can get in. I live in a big community, and I'm not going to sit around. I live here because I wanted to live a nice life and be comfortable and, I don't need this crap coming by my house and stuff. And this is how demented I think he is. That's my personal belief. And he doesn't, with the way he has his fans and stuff, it's like he doesn't even have to do stuff himself. He backs out, sends it to other people's, emails or whatever he's doing. These other people are doing it for him. I don't need someone like DJ Radis coming in front of my house. And then Jeremy's threatening me with my neighbor across the street. Taking video and mentioning, HOAs and putting up fences and all this crap, which he can't do. So it's a total joke. But the guy across the street, he only knows about him because he's been arrested for battering his girlfriend, the other neighbor across the street. I'm like, you want to promote that? I'll promote it with you. The guy's an asshole. But now you're going to use him to attack me? Well, guess what? That guy got arrested yesterday, too. And then Jeremy goes and makes a post about having interviews with him. I'm like, well, thank you very much for approving that what I just filed a report on, was you using my neighbor to harass me. And then the next day, boom, there you are reporting. I mean, this guy is so foolish with the stuff he says, and he has such an ego that he can't keep his mouth shut, and he's getting himself in trouble. You know what I mean? And he doesn't think it because he's not been held accountable yet. He lied.
I want to show something, Lisa. I have the screen share. Put the screen up. I want to show the audience and show them why I really don't give two shits. Okay, this is
hard to read, by the way. You should zoom in.
I'll make it bigger. Hold on. How do I make it bigger? Give me a second. I can make this big. Is that big? Oop.
That's what she said.
Mike Johnson, thank you so much.
Mike. Is that better?
Yeah.
That good? I just did a quick estimate. I asked the GPT what percentage, because the biggest thing that he talks about, Jeremy, is harassment, right?
Right.
They've been harassing and they're doing this, they're stalking, blah, 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 blah. In the state of Florida, you have simple stalking, right? Misdemeanor stalking in the first degree. You get a maximum of 1 year in jail. You get, I think, $1,000 maximum fine. The question, though, becomes, how often does somebody sit in jail for a year on a stalking charge that they're found guilty of, right, at trial? Under 1% of convictions. Most receive probation, fines, or short county jail terms, days to months. Meaning that if in any world they were to find Rich Luthman committed misdemeanor stalking, and I'm an asshole and take it to trial, the worst that I'm probably going to get is, less than 20 or 30 days in jail. Right. And I can do that on a car. I can do cartwheels for 20 or 30 days. I don't give a. It's like a vacation that I never get. It'll be fucking great. I don't have to worry about anything. Jail is stupid. It's like, the stupidest thing. It's like stupid kindergarten. Robbie will tell you. It's like you could do just 20, 30 days in jail is no time. And most people just get a fine or probation. That's all that is. He makes some type of thing about, oh no, you're gonna get this and that, and you're gonna get it. Even if he's 100% right, and Jeremy Hales is nowhere near 100% right about anything, okay? But even if he was 100% right that somebody was harassing him, and he was able to get the cops to go get them, and then a state attorney to go prosecute them, and then they went all the way to trial and everything else, you're going to get probation, most likely. You have to pay a fine. It might not even get probation. It's going to be a short. Most people don't even go see the inside of a jail cell. Now, for aggravated stalking, look at the next one. Aggravated stalking, 3rd degree felony, up to 5 years, right? But the prison sentence is 5 to 15 years. Many do result in prison sentences, split sentences, or probation with conditions. But that's felony aggravated stalking. You know what that is? That's when somebody does repeat stuff and they do violent things, and it's like a crazy person. The type of stuff that he's talking about, people sending emails back and forth, people saying things, people doing things. There's no judge that's going to send somebody to jail for a long time for any of the stuff that Jeremy Hales has on his show. It's all the bullshit, If Jeremy had to
him, you're right. No
so that's the whole thing. People have to understand he's like a paper tiger. There's nothing to be afraid of with this person. Right? There's nothing to be afraid of. It's like, that's the point. People don't recognize that he's such a friggin' idiot. And I'm not scared of him, because he's got nothing to be afraid of. What's he gonna do? Sing G-Man after me? Robbie, are you afraid of G-Man? You know?
Yeah, right.
You know, it's not like there are real people out there. There are people that are killers out there. There are people that will actually kill you. I've stared some of these people in the eye. You know, they will take no qualms and they will kill you. That's not Jeremy Hales. That's no one he's around. Jeremy's, I'll give him that. He's not a killer. He might be a dumbass, but he's not like one of these pure evil people. He's just he's an asshole. That's what he is. And he's got a grift. He's a grifter, and he's got this shtick, and he's got this, you know, televangelist type thing. But he's not like a maliciously evil person that will like kill puppy dogs for pure pleasure. And there are sick people out there that will do that. And those are the people that go to prison for a long time for stuff like this. But
those are the people you meet in prison.
That's right. That's not what you're gonna get. That's not what you're gonna get on a harassment charge. You know, that's what the guy doesn't recognize. Or the guy, I think the guy does recognize it, but people have to recognize it's all hype.
Right.
You know, who's been charged with criminally?
What about him harassing other people though, and him stalking people? And many people.
It works for him too, Lisa.
Right.
It works for him too.
Many people. I mean, he's already got charges in the courts, which have been dropped, I guess, because it wasn't fully prosecuted. But he's got those stalking charges actually showing in the courts. So it'll be shown that he's been charged with this before. You know, I don't care what he gets, but you know, obviously, if he gets it and is convicted of it, he'll learn to stop, unless he wants to go back and then maybe spend 5 years in jail, because then it would be felony. And you know what I mean?
But even if he gets a felony, you know, they're not going to throw somebody in jail for that long. They might throw him in for a few months, maybe a year if it was violent and it was like really bad. They're going to do probation, and they're going to hit him with fines, and they're going to do that type of stuff. They're going to do like ankle monitor. They don't want to throw people in prison unless they're bad people. You know, that's the whole thing. Except for the feds. The feds will throws everybody. Anything you do in the
throw
feds,
everybody, dude.
Yeah, it's Star Wars numbers. Like you fart and it's 2 years in the feds. You know, that's just how it is. You know. Really, it's like stupid. They have not. The feds are just. It's stupid.
It's stupid because you're a number and you're an insurance policy.
Yeah, you go to state.
He's got a long history. That just like Connie said, he's got a long history of stalking for years. He's got protection orders against him in Ohio, several of them. He's got no contact orders with his own children. I mean, and he's harassed so many people and. Florida hasn't done anything with him yet.
Well, and you don't think that this
accountable, no matter how long he may get in jail or whatever.
You don't think that this becomes the issue in the YouTube case? We have a guy that basically harasses. He's got this harassment, and he teams up with YouTube, gets himself an account manager, and then becomes protected, and then he gets to exploit the design defect in the YouTube algorithm, platform, and policing that people are supposed to be trustful and safe and feel safe with YouTube, and he exploits it. And this is a guy who has a history of stalking people, has a history of harassing people, has a history of doing X, Y, and Z, and that's who they're in bed with. You don't think all that stuff's going to come in? You don't think it's stuff's going to go to a jury?
Well, no, I know that. I know ultimately, like YouTube allowing this to happen, or any of the platforms allowing it. Could be held responsible in a very, very big way. But we're doing our due diligence. We're reporting it as it happens. So I mean,
like when I take this to court, you know who one of my witnesses is going to be? Robbie. Robbie will be one of my witnesses because everybody loves Robbie, right? Maybe I get Ray down. I get Ray as a witness. I'll get likable people that were harassed. I'll get Jeremy Hale's ex-wife. I'll get Jeremy Hale's kid. I'll get them all as witnesses to explain the pattern of this guy and then how he exploited the design defect. And YouTube knew or should have known. They were reckless in allowing this guy to run hold. And they even gave him an account manager. And they even gave him YouTube materials and everything else, and aid and support and everything else. So
that's what truly blows my mind about this, Richard. Is YouTube's terms and conditions. Sit down and read them, and then watch one of his Sundays and see how many terms and conditions he violates in one Sunday.
Yeah, even last Sunday, George said something. I'm like, oh my God. And she's saying, like, we're violating this. I'm like, oh my God, almost every time you guys go live, you're violating.
It just amazes me.
Yeah. He's got her so snowed, or I don't know what's going on. But, George said the opinion and things, we're just stuck to the documents in the case and left the drama out. I don't think it would have gotten so far out of hand. I just got burned down on it. Yeah, I hear the burned out part. I can tell you that right now. I'm so tired of the whole repetitive part of this whole thing. It's all created so much drama, but like I keep saying, I just keep telling the truth. I keep bringing light to all the bullshit that he does live. But when it comes to the court cases, it is about the documents. It is about what's going on there. And my whole point with the rest of it is he has got to be held accountable for trying to ruin people's lives, because that's what he's doing.
Well,
And
not only him, it's Tug and all these other people
all
too.
All of them.
They all
he's got
violated.
Megan and Tug just tonight. He's talking about 5 years of FOIAs. Well, have fun with that, because it's not about me, it's about my neighbors, right? So you're going to inject yourselves into my neighbor's private life. Yes, I know it's FOIA records, but all right, whatever. But you're still inviting yourself into a situation that isn't even local news around here, and it's all because of me that you're doing it. You're going to attack someone's domestic violence issue and bring it all out to this YouTube world because you want to get me or what I said or how I talked about defending her and telling the police what this asshole has done. You go right ahead. I threw my F-bombs out there. I cursed my ass off if I did. I don't know, that's what he said.
Well, look at all these other channels, Lisa, that have no clue who Jeremy is, and they jumped on this to make money, and YouTube is allowing them to get away with this bullshit.
Yep, absolutely. All I did was literally just call him out for being a bully when he attacked Guapo, right? Then I learned about what he did to Michelle and a little child and John. And I don't care what you think. You may have had an argument with her in a town hall meeting or whatever. He went after the child and used the child against her. And you can say whatever you want, but this guy's got no rights. He can't even. He doesn't even have relationships with his own kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you get off even talking about how to raise someone's child? You know nothing about her sickness. She's got more than he even knows. He only keeps talking about one thing. She has other issues involved. It's crazy where he went. It's crazy how long he did it. It wasn't just me. This is about his behavior, about his conduct, and him lying so badly to destroy these people's lives. And they didn't have a voice. They didn't have a YouTube channel.
It cracks me up, Lisa, because they all sit there and jump on his bandwagon, and they have no clue who he is. I filmed with him.
No
I know who he is. I was friends with him, and I told nothing but the truth. That's why he was so intimidated by me. That's why he dragged me into it. You want to go? Let's go, brother, because you're a liar, you're a piece of shit, and God is on my side.
I watched what he did with Robbie. I didn't say anything. I joked, the Crayola thing, Jim Jones jumping off the boat from Madagascar. But I didn't go after Jeremy and talk about his conduct and behavior because Robbie said not to. You know what I mean? So like, he's just a bully. But when he went after Guapo so publicly like that, and literally assaulted Guapo, I'm like, no, this guy is a bully, and this is bullshit. And so I said something, and I didn't know that there was that many people out there that agreed with me.
Well, Lisa, you called me and you said what?
Yep. I said, well, first I remember when the whole Chapo thing, and Guapo was talking about him. I said, you've got to see what the hell just happened here. Guapo was talking about Jeremy. And then when he attacked him, I called you and I said, I can't just sit here and not say anything about this. This is crazy.
Then what did I say?
You said, go ahead. You said, do what you got to do.
I said,
You
do
know?
what you got to do, but beware
Yep.
because he's going to lie
Uh-huh.
and twist things,
Yeah.
and he is going to go on full attack.
Yep. And that's what he did. It took him
And
a minute, but he did.
guys, that's the big point here is that, you know, I got two things. One, I have a thing here. I'll do this first. I have a thing to show Lisa. Put that up on the
All right,
screen.
hold on. It's so
This
weird.
is
I'm
a
not
new
getting the sound to pop.
this is a new word for everybody. Okay, called brigading. Have you ever heard of the word brigading before, Lisa?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, but
this is what they do. Harassment and cyberbullying policy explicitly calls out and forbids brigading. When an individual encourages the coordinated abuse of an identifiable individual on or off YouTube, right?
it also goes along with gang stalking too.
And its
but
enforcement approaches notes for action repeated or coordinated harassment, counter removal strikes, monetary suspension, termination. I think we have a case for brigading by Jeremy Hales. But I think the two biggest
100%.
I think the two biggest targets, that we have. I think Michelle's probably one of the biggest targets. I think Bruce is one of the biggest targets.
I think Bruce is bigger than Michelle.
Bruce might be the biggest target for brigading that I think I've seen. Bruce basically he's trying to destroy Bruce's livelihood, and there's some bullshit case that they got from some judge to sign off in Levy County that's like. Then they delivered it up in Connecticut and in Massachusetts, trying to go after Bruce's license. He's got to pay money. He's got to do all this stuff, and it's nothing. It's BS. But this is brigading. They're using YouTube to harass Bruce. They've been anti-Semitic against Bruce. They've really and they're doing this stuff not only online but in real life. It's a coordinated harassment campaign. So. I really think that we have to start identifying the brigade as what they are. I think that's the new term I'm going to use from now on, the brigade. I think that Germ and that Shockett and that Megan and Tug and Jay Jip and Chizzy No Nuts and Mr. Coop and all these other people. I think they're part of a brigade. I think we can pull out
Don't forget about that veteran idiot.
All these idiots, yeah. But I think we can do this like they have the old mafia charts, the five family. I think we can make a brigade out of these people that
oh my god, I already did. I'll send you over my tree.
I think the brigade will hold up in a court of law. I really do. And frankly,
I'll show you the tree, no joke. I'll show you the tree.
And I think that if we make these things, I think that I don't think YouTube can say that they have no idea that this is going on. I think we've made enough complaints. I think we make some more complaints specifically about brigading. And if nothing is done to these people after our brigading, then it makes this case that much better. I'm going to be counterclaiming anyway, so it's gonna make my brigading case. I think brigading is going to be the key to what they're doing, and that their brigading exploits a design defect.
Well, let's see. I got the coordinated harassment. I got the content removal, strikes, tries to demonetize and suspend me, and termination. You guys got that. I don't have the termination. But he's tried to do all that with me as well. I'm his main target at the moment. At the very moment, I'm his main target. So, you're going to be his court target for right now because I think you're the only one vocal enough, about
what's he going to do in court? What's he going to say? Oh, I want to take this case away. He has a stupid situation. His weakness is he allows everything to go to the end to get court rulings and everything else. So that's what I'm going to use his weakness against him. Like he could pull this case tomorrow and not have any issue, but he's not. It's not in his DNA. So I'm going to make it so that it never gets to a judge's decision. It's going to be a situation where it's going to go on and on and on in discovery, and there's going to be more stuff there, and we're going to get more parties in, and there's going to be subpoenas, and the whole fight, all the motions are going to be about discovery. So when you have a discovery motion trying to subpoena records from third parties, trying to get records from the other party, from this one, from that one, it's not you don't resolve anything. You just create more content. So that's what I'm going to do.
Right.
I'm just going to create content.
I got to run to the ladies. Robbie, you and Rich take care of this. I'll be right back. I'm going.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do, I think.
Go ahead, Rich.
I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's. I think we have brigading as an issue. I think Bruce is like the test case, or the best case here of somebody who's been harassed to no end. Right? I think that he's the target of the brigading. Volpe is a clear target. Volpe's a clear target of brigading, right? Other people have lost channels. They're targets of brigading on and off. Michelle is a target of brigading between the harassment, the calls, this, that. Robbie, you are, Lisa. So we have this brigading where YouTube talks about brigading as part of its terms and conditions, and yet this brigading has been going on, and there's been enough complaints so far. But I think we make very clear complaints to YouTube now. We set it up so that they do nothing. Then it's going to be a real problem for them based on the new case law that's coming out, because this is a design defect. Because when the brigading goes in and the complaints, it's not handled by a human being. It's handled by the AI system, and the AI system doesn't treat brigading seriously enough, given the actual real-world facts that YouTube and Alphabet and Google have notice of. So I think this is and Bruce, I'm going to ask Bruce about this, because this looks like a punitive damages case to me. It really, really does. So we shall see.
I don't even know what to say, and I don't even know what to say about you. I don't even know what to say about Skipper. What you guys did to me. Listen. I forgive you, but will I ever be friends with you people? Absolutely not. I walk away from people like you because didn't vet anything. You ran your mouths about stuff you knew nothing about. You said stuff about me, which I've always been totally open about in my life. So I hate to say this because I don't want to be that person, but F you.
All right.
That's beautiful. Well said,
All right.
Robbie.
Well, I missed whatever that was about. I just came back to that.
He did not. Listen. What he did was absolutely disgusting. And what my friend did, my friend John, he served in the Army and in the Marines, in special ops, in both. He stuck his ass on the line for this country, for you who live in this country, for me who lives in this country, where I have lost family who stuck their asses on the line, and friends for this country. And Skipper can kiss my ass, because what he did with that doll is absolutely disgusting. And I stand by what John said for him to do. 100%.
Are you talking about the stuffed animal thing?
The Vet Nation, what he did with the stuffed animal thing and with the doll,
yeah,
is absolutely disgusting. I'm not, you want passion, this is me passionate about something. I stand for this country. I stand for our vets. I've worked with our vets. I still do. And I support them 100%. But when you have one like that, absolutely not.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Rich?
So I think that what Jeremy has done now by raising the anti-Semitism issue again in this third amended complaint, the new thing that he's filed,
Yeah.
I think what we should really seriously think about doing is making the anti-Semitism an issue. I may start a fundraiser for Bruce Matzkin. He's had to pay $50,000 in legal fees because of Jeremy Hales. I think we should at least get him back some of his legal fees. That's not.
Do you think he's gonna ask for
exactly
legal
what was I thinking?
too?
Who, Jeremy Hales?
No. Do you think that Bruce will ask for attorney fees?
Well, he's got attorney's fees, but they're not related all to the cases themselves. There's some related to the case. He's got a very good lawyer in the case in the Fed 2 case, but he has to because he's a lawyer. He has to spend money to protect his law license from bullshit claims that Jeremy Hales makes. And what
Right, you're right.
Shaka did was
That's
they ran into that judge, that the hometown judge in Florida,
Yes,
who said
DRD. I've talked to
that
him.
that said that Bruce violated the Florida rules and this, that, and the other thing. And the judge made a ruling that has no basis in law or fact. And the judge couldn't even make that ruling because only the Florida Supreme Court can make a ruling like that. And Bruce was only admitted in Florida pro hoc vice, so there couldn't have been any issue like the way. But they made this ruling, and then they sent it up to where he's admitted up in Connecticut and up in Massachusetts. And now it's become an issue for him because he has to pay, lawyers to represent him up there. Now he's probably going to be fine in the sense that he'll probably win. This whole thing will start to come apart, but it's $50,000 later, and there's no place to go for that money. So I think this is basically, I think this is part and parcel to Jeremy Hales' anti-Semitism. I think he's anti-Semitic. I think he doesn't like Bruce Matzkin because he's Jewish, and he's trying to cause him harm because he's Jewish. And I think that's the thing we need to get behind. He raised it in the Third Amendment complaint. I think we got to put this front and center. I think we should do a GoFundMe and get some of the Jewish charities involved and everything else, and raise awareness for anti-Semitism and what Jeremy Hales is doing. I really think so. That's my 2 cents.
Sorry. Allergies.
So we'll see what happens.
These people are disgusting.
No, but didn't Jeremy try to claim that he has got Jewish DNA in him or something like that? That was one of his answers.
Look, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, does that make it right?
No.
No, not
it doesn't. Absolutely not.
That's the issue. I'm part this. I'm part. That doesn't make it right, though. It doesn't matter what you are. Your conduct is reprehensible no matter what.
I agree 100%. That's why I'm here. That's why I finally spoke up and said something. I've seen too much of it, and I didn't even know what was going on with Michelle and John and Harley Grace. I had no clue. I didn't know who they were. I was like, who the hell is he suing now? Because I watched him pull the whole Marilyn Raby thing and attack the aunt, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this woman is like 80 years old. She just wants to probably just settle her life and and just get rid of things that she's no longer going to be using anymore. And he's attacking this woman, threatening to sue her for $1 million, and then acts like oh, I just was being a good guy and I just dropped it. Like, you had no standing. Just like now, you're a joke. You subletted, a warehouse from a guy who was, watching it for her. Who knows if he even gave her money for it? She's trying to sell the place. Get out. You knew you had to get out for how long that she was selling it? Get out. And he just he just drug it on. And it's like, as soon as he knew he could do that and use that court case for his content, he tried finding more court cases to go into. And that's why he kept starting with the neighbors and stuff in Otter Creek. One by one, all surrounding his property, went after each one of them. Michelle is the one that stood out because she had a voice and she fought with him. But he went after the people.
I actually worked on the wall thing.
The what?
The Veterans Wall.
Oh.
I did a whole fundraiser for that.
But you could see how his channel changed from one thing to another. And once he started suing people, the asshole in him started showing. And it's more and more. I mean, now he's just unhinged. Now that's all he talks about. That's all his channel is about. And now he's gone back to, opening more storage units. But in the meantime, while he's doing it, he's mocking everybody, And, it's still staging shit. That $100,000 is such a joke. You got busted with that and then try to act like, oh, you don't get humor and sarcasm. No, dude, you got busted. You got busted showing a fake unit that you staged this money in, and you're trying to cover your butt because somebody caught it. And it wasn't me. But, it's just a shame. I just think that I think what you're doing, I think your strategy, I think what you're talking about doing, I think it's great. I think it's brilliant. And
it is. Richard, I will. Rips and I talked about him when Richard first came into this, and I was like, I love this guy. And Rich is like, he's a
Gabe
genius.
loves him. Gabe, he goes, tell Richard I'm his #1 fan. You know, but I mean, he just has to be stopped legally by everybody involved. Everybody that has been a victim of his needs to come forward, whether it's suing them themselves, coming forward as a witness in all the cases, some of the cases, whoever. Everybody just needs to come forward. I think it is very important to show the courts his character and let the court know who they are dealing with. And if that means you have to bring in Sarah or Jason, I understand. I would not want to, but I understand that. I just think, you know, it just needs to stop. There's a lot more people doing the same exact thing that Jeremy's doing on YouTube and other platforms, and people like him need to stop. They cannot use these platforms to destroy people's lives. And to me, that's the most important thing. That's what I've been saying all along, especially little children, you know. And if it takes someone like me to step forward, get hurt in the meantime, I didn't know that was what's going to happen.
Lisa, what you did was, it takes kahunas, and my hat's off to you, sweetheart. You know that, and it's.
You know,
Richard, what you're doing, dude, this is what's going to stop this piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I really want to explore, and one of the things I'm really thinking about is, what's her name? The leather-faced one. Doreen Turner-Icholas, the one with the leather face.
I'm like, who's he talking about?
The thing is, she was online on Facebook as Itty Bitty Kitty, right?
Yeah.
And the problem is, if she's online doing that in social media, how do we know that she wasn't one of the people doing the mass reporting and some of the other stuff on YouTube? And so if she's doing some of that mass reporting stuff, it takes her from acting as a lawyer to acting as a participant, and it actually puts liability on the firm itself. I don't think that Shockett was doing mass reporting, but I do believe that Doreen may have been doing social media activity and mass reporting. So that creates a situation, because she's affiliated with the Shockett law firm. It allows me to get at their malpractice as well. So this can become a very big case, you know, depending on what we uncover. Now, at the end of the day, is it about money for me? No, it never was about money. That's the problem with my life. It's never been about money for me. It's more about me just getting in there. It's more about the fight. I like to fight more than I like to win, you know, and I win a lot, but I like to fight. I like to fight. You know, that's just how I like it, you know. And, you know, I love to win. Winning is the best, but I like fighting even more. That's just how it is. So. And I'm always winning.
There's a big difference in what he just said compared to Hales. I don't sue people to win. I sue them to bankrupt them.
And that's when you know that's an evil person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, if Jeremy Hill's got $1 million judgment against me tomorrow, my life wouldn't change one iota. That's the best part. There's nothing he can do to me. They've already done it to me. And he doesn't get that. He's got the wrong one. He ran into the wrong one. I'm 1 in a fucking million. I'm maybe 1 in 10 million. He ran into the wrong one, though. That's just it. Right? I have one of the best educations that you can have in the world. Ivy League school, law school, master laws. I've done things all around the world. I've done it all. I was in New York, the center of this stuff. And now they took it all from me. Take somebody with my level of what I know, what I've done, and then add to that nothing to lose at all. Nothing left to lose. What do I have left to lose? Money? No. The government wants millions from me. Reputation? No, they killed that. You know, do I have anybody? No. I don't have, like, I have kids or a wife or anything like that I have to worry about. I'm the perfect person to go and do this. It's like, you know, what do they got? You know, what do they got? They got nothing. They can't do a thing to me unless they want to send a hitman. But at the end of the day, I've seen real people that would send real hitmen, and they're not these people. You know, they're the type of people that he would try to do something like that. He'd probably call up. He'd go to like murderforhire.com and call somebody on the phone, and the feds would be on the other end. And you know, that's the type of idiot that we're dealing with. He's not a real, you know, person you have to worry about like that. He's a gadfly more than anything else. He's an annoyance, and he's taken that annoyance to a big level. He's combined televangelism with large
Are
scale.
you trying to tell me he's actually the flea? Fleas are those annoying little bugs, you know what I mean? And he keeps calling me the flea. I think he's the flea. Just like he's claims everything.
I think he's the tick.
The tick. Yeah, it's crazy. I am the walrus. By the way, Robbie, thanks for my walrus. It was awesome.
Oh, you're welcome.
Cute. So cute. Anyhow, what time is it? Holy crap, it's 1:30.
I know. My butt's going to bed.
It's late, guys. Well, Rich, thanks for coming on and hanging out with us and telling us all about it. I love your strategy.
I guarantee they're probably going to be studying this episode because they're not going to know what to do with it. It's going to take them a couple of weeks to understand what I said. Then it's going to take another couple of weeks for them to actually get really scared about what I said.
Rich, right now he's ignoring his whatnot, and he's just thinking, "Oh my God, what?"
Listen, I don't think he's smart enough to understand the trouble that he's in. I really don't.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I think that he'd get off very easily if we did a trial by combat. I think that would be the easiest way out for him. And that was actually, compassion and kindness, I think, to give him. If I get what I want and I get to chop his head off. But,
I think some people really think you're serious about, chopping his head off.
Well, this is all satire. You have to understand that. I'm not trying to.
I think people think it's really serious.
You think this Game of Thrones is real. That's what you think. Oh, hey, he's crazy. He wants to go and chop his head off. Yeah. I don't want to chop his head off. It's called satire. Satire, you people. Now, that being said, I would like to do alternative dispute resolution with Mr. Hales because we have an agreement to do that. But I don't want to do it. I want to do it in a non-conventional way. Like, there's plenty of different things we could do. Like, I think we should ask the people, have everybody out there think about what we should do. Like, you could do a lot of different things to try to settle something. We can have a race.
I think it should be a Monopoly game, a game of Monopoly.
I think it's a good question. You know what, guys? Tell me in the chat. I mean, I don't know how many people are still, following along. Tell us in the chat what you think a good challenge would be. And if you're watching the replay, definitely leave a comment. And tell us what you think that the challenge should be for Richard in this case with Jeremy.
I think we should do something like, you remember in the old school, they had all these different things you had to do? You had like 10 or so different disciplines. You had to do debate. You had to do spirit and cheer. You had to do this. We should get like 10 things that we have to do, all different disciplines. Some physical, some mental, some this, some that. Some skill, some unskill. And then just do it like a decathlon, but like
right. An obstacle course of chess or something. I don't know. Like, oh my God, I'd love to see you guys.
I would destroy him in chess. I play chess every day. He would get killed in chess. Oh my God, I would destroy him.
A cornhole tourney. Tummy sticks.
What's tummy sticks?
I don't know what tummy sticks are.
I don't know what that is.
An IQ test. Like a delta, beta, gamma initiation. Ooh.
There you
go. The obstacle course, I can't remember what it's called. I forget. That used to be like a field day for us in school. I wonder how far you guys can throw the shot put.
Shot put. There we go. I did shot put when I was a kid. Actually.
Me too. That's what I remember in the field day. It was all like obstacle courses and the games and the races. A 50-yard dash.
I did shot put and I did discus when I did track and field. Yeah. I didn't do much of the track stuff. I did more of the field.
Yeah. I did what do we have? Shot put. And I did tug of war. We had a tug of war because obviously we had teams. I don't remember what. Actually, Robbie, you and Gabe were supposed to do an obstacle course challenge.
I used to do the mud man challenge thing.
We could do something like that. Yeah, definitely put in the chat what you think, and on the replay, leave a comment saying what you think should be a really good challenge.
That'd be a good challenge.
Yeah.
I think that'd be
We can
fun.
make it a lot of fun. Like we could actually have a lot of fun doing this. Like paintball is a great idea because like if he was halfway smart, right? If he was halfway smart, he would sit down with me, right? Me, him, and somebody else with half a brain, and figure out 3 or 4 or 5 different things that we could do. And we could make money to do it. In the sense that we could get sponsorships. We get paintball companies and stuff to sponsor the paintball part. We could do this. We could broadcast this. We can make this a national friggin' thing over the fact that we're having a thing and do it in a place. So I suggested Newport Richie because it's not too far. Yeah, alligator wrestling's not a bad.
I was just gonna say I was gonna wait for you to finish.
That's not a bad idea. I can wrestle an alligator.
How about a mud?
The problem is I don't think
challenge
Durham would be
through
okay
the Gator Marsh.
just wrestling the alligator. That's the problem.
A mud challenge in the Gator Marsh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wherever it's at, I'll bring the Foxy Boxers. It'll be fun.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, like if he was smart, that's what he would do. If he wants, if his whole thing is about money, he's not going to make any money from me from the lawsuit. He's going to cost himself lots of money. We do some type of event, and then me and him are done. We don't have to worry about this anymore. But at this point, I don't know. I'm just going to make this. I'm going to turn it into what I can turn it into. $50 million lawsuit. And that would be a lot of fun. Bringing YouTube. And I got a story. I got a good enough plausible legal story and factual story to at least get into discovery and cause a lot of fun on this thing. It could be a lot of fun, this thing. So we'll see.
I'll be there, right there with you. Let me know to sign up to the YouTube thing. I'm at Gladiators. Was that the
American Gladiators? We do a few things from American Gladiators. We go like Joust. We do Joust from American Gladiators. And what's the one? What was the one where they have the tennis balls where they're shooting the tennis balls at the person, and they have the one I'm talking about?
I've seen it, but I'm not sure. Was that on Gladiators?
That's what it's called, Assault. But American Gladiators was the show back in the day. Oh my God, it was the greatest show in the world. Saturday morning. And you would do, and they would have all the different things. They'd have Joust. They'd have the one where you're hanging from the ceiling. You go across, and you got to get the person that way. But Assault was the one with the tennis ball gun where you shoot. The gladiator was shooting the people as they ran. But we could do an American Gladiator portion of it too. That would be really, really
Oh my God, that would be hilarious.
And the one with the big balls, you put the people in the big metal balls, and they would go around through that. And they had to go to the bases. That was good.
Sylvia wants something with knowledge and brains and trivia.
I would win that all, though. That's the problem, But we might have to do a if we did like Jeopardy, I would friggin' kick his ass in Jeopardy. Like, what the hell is he gonna do? Trivial Pursuit? He wouldn't even have one piece of the pie. I'd have the whole thing. I'd be around the board twice. Come on, he's out of his mind. Really, he's not a bright guy.
Oh man. All right, my butt's going to bed. Good night, everybody.
We're gonna end this tonight, guys. I hope you had fun. Rich, thanks so much for coming on.
Good night. Always a pleasure, brother.
Have an amazing week, guys. I wish you guys all the prayers that you can have, and let's pray for those children. The 8 children who lost their lives. That is so sad. I have to go read about it. I don't want to really, but I have to. Prayers for their families. What a terrible, horrible, tragedy. I'm so sad about that. So I want to send prayers out to this family. Prayers out to all of you, and thank you so much for supporting the channel and being here. I will be back on Tuesday at 10 p.m. with Roberto and I guess Scoot.
And Scoot.
Thanks again, Rich, for being here. And guys, have a great night and positive thoughts for your week. See you on Tuesday. Good night.
Bye-bye. 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 Ta-ta for now.
Bye.